Yo, it's time. Wait, I hear myself. It's not time. Okay. You guys ready for PvP? It is time for PvP. Let's see what we got. Oh. Okay then. First of all, character model limit has got to go up. Let's see who's playing in the monthly AT. What have we got here? I actually am not entirely sure. Let's see if we can locate some of these teams. We have Team Sugar Crush here on the blue team. We I haven't seen Nezio play for a while, actually. We have Maya, Nezio, Mamaya's, Floor, and Taco Cat here on the blue team. Kind of, yeah, going to be pretty straightforward here, I think. Do we actually have any Frenchies playing? I'm not sure if there are any French guys. I'm really not sure about that. We have Team Snowfall. Team Snowfall so goated I want to abuse. They're actually having a bit of difficulty right now. Going up against the red team here. Squall, Erebus, okay, and Raijin here on the red team. We have triple Conduit being played by Team Snowfall. I'm not sure if that's the way, to be honest. We have double Luminary, triple Conduit. I felt that's a little bit too slow. You know, you're not very mobile doing that. I mean, you're going to be pretty nasty in the team fight, but I'm not sure about this one too. I'm not a fan of this comp, guys. I'm going to be honest. Actually, to be fair, one of them is power. Actually, we have one power conduit and then two Condi conduits. But we'll have to see. Like, we'll have to see how this actually works out. I'm not sure it's working out for them right now, though. Okay, apparently the French are playing. Let's see if we can find the French. We have Team Bill. What is that team? That is these guys. Wait, no, on the red team here. Playing the double Conduit and the Amalgam as well. Double Luminary also being played. I think one DPS, one support. And then double Conduit. I think we're going to see some pretty interesting compositions. I'm definitely expecting some double Conduits potentially. In the mix and Luminary support. I'm not expecting the DPS Luminary nearly as much though. Like, I'm surprised not to see Evokers. Like, I think Evoker is very much the way you want to go still. Right, this game. So here's French. Here's the French team. They are Team Something. We have, what even is this? Wait, who is this? Something? I don't know who that is. We got Goku, Glint, Raikon, and Aki in the mix. And then we have the Conduit here. See, this is something that is pretty expected to me. But I guess they have the yeah. Of course, they have to play around the Paragon, right? The Worms are always going to have this Paragon in the mix because of Goku. So they have the double Condi Conduit. Then they have Goku on support Paragon. That combos with the Troubadour here from Raikon. And then their final bit of DPS is going to be this Power Luminary 2. And yeah, we also have Glint on the Power Conduit. So we have one Condi Conduit and one Power Conduit at the same time as well. And this build does an insane amount of damage. Like, we're going to have to spectate just the Power Conduit, I think, because it does so much DPS. It just runs around one-shotting people. And that combined with this Power Luminary is definitely going to be pretty spicy. That's for sure. And then it's going to have double support as well. You're going to have the Paragon support and also the Troubadour support, which means that in the team fight, well, it's not going to be easy for the Power Conduit to survive, but it will actually have the peel from the Condi Conduit, and of course, you are going to have double support and full boons to keep this thing alive. So that's going to be pretty interesting to see how that one actually plays out. Let's see, what else have we got? I'm not sure if there's a 55 team. Doesn't look like it. At least not so far, anyway. Big Moo. The hell is that? Some random pug teams by the looks of that. Fumo Fan Club? I mean, what the hell is that? Wait, we have Az's QLF Fanboy, Skitto, Vern, Krog, and Klemgi. Oh, actually, we have to, yeah, this is actually a pretty powerful team here as well, actually. We have Feifei, Chocolate, Feifei Fan, Ion Care Sakaya, and then Toa Expert. Interesting meme. Interesting meme here. Like, what a team, guys. What a roster. What a roster. They're currently actually down in points as of right now. I think this actually is a relatively exciting game. Like, these are both pretty sweaty teams. Pretty different comps as well. Like, double Luminary on the blue team. Also double Luminary on the red team, actually, I guess. And the double Conduit. So I guess less different than I was expecting. And then Skitto on this Troubadour support here versus, I think, it's going to be a Luminary support, yeah, for the blue team here, as you can see. Very interesting approach from both of these teams. I'm surprised about the double Luminary. I'm going to be very curious to see if that is something that we consistently see throughout the tournament, having the power Luminary and also the support Luminary into the mix. I feel like this build has, to me, it slightly fell off. Well, not slightly, it fell off big time after those nerfs. It almost feels a little bit too slow after the changes. Like, it's a bit inconsistent with being able to actually connect its damage a lot of the time, but the team's clearly feeling good about that, continuing to actually play that. And of course, like the double Condi Conduit here is really nasty. Like, this is really, really disgusting. Of course, you have these 1v1s going on here. It looks like both players actually kind of giving each other a really tough time in this 1v1 as into the Condi Conduit. It looks like the blue one may be coming out just a little bit ahead here. Should be able to find that kill. Yep, does so there. Gets a big Banish and Shaman up there. Does get some support just in case of some kind of destabilization coming through. But blue team really getting in control of this game now, as Vern has actually been taken out on the other side of the map there by decent Necromancer, finding that kill. And, well, that means that the blue team are going to be able to collapse pretty effectively onto this team fight here in middle, and red are going to have to play it very, very passively here. Blue team grabbed a have to play it very, very passively. Ritualist, is it good at high level? Yeah, Ritualist is good. It is indeed very, very good for all the same reasons. Like, especially if you plan on doing big team fights, right? It's actually a lot of value in the team fight. It can share out its weapon of remedy. It can share out the weapon of warding. Oh, we actually do have a bit of an implosion here. Red team fighting back. They get a brutal connection with their Luminary, combined with, of course, the condition damage there from the Conduit, getting those 2 kills there. A little bit of a throw here, to be honest, by the blue team. But red, like, it's going to be interesting because a lot of these comps are very slow, so it's kind of hard to come back, essentially. Like, if you're behind, it's difficult to make a recovery, almost, it feels like, because everyone is really slow here. Double Luminary, double Conduit, no Thief. We do actually have a power Conduit, to be fair, coming out of Vern, but he's also just dead. Does get the heal there, so is able to survive a little bit longer. But they need to get a kill here quickly, or this power Conduit could potentially be in a little bit of trouble. They are about to get that just now, though, actually, but no. The Toa Expert comes in to actually bring the support to the table, able to save that player. Is the healing going to be enough here, though, actually? Ooh, red team taking a beating, a massive Condi transfer, I think, onto Vern is going to get that kill. And bear in mind, there's no res utility for the res team. The support was also not here. I think some misrotations here from the red team, like not having their support to match the support of the blue team in this fight, I think was really not the way to go. That power, that power Conduit just not able to survive against that level of condition pressure without support from this Troubadour. And I think they're just going to have to get out now. I mean, they're going to try to actually play this by the looks of that and just kind of stall it out as much as they possibly can. And well, it is going to be a Condi Conduit, so you can definitely do that. Vern now coming back into the mix, but can't switch. In a lot of trouble here at the same time. And blue team win the fight. I mean, that's just the way it is. That is just the way it is. I think red team, they're dead, to be honest. I don't really see them being able to come back. They're locked in their base. They're about to lose more players. Az's QLF fanboy goes down. Hodel Castro is also dead. And so is red team. Red team is dead. It's over. Actually, a pretty close game here between Snowfall So Goated I Wanna Abuse and the Honored One. I do like the Honored One here. That is a name that I like to see. I like that it's in all caps. I am a fan. So shout out to Commander Raijin here for having a very good account name. We love to see that. But unfortunately, it's not going to be enough to win this game as Commander Raijin is going down. There's an attempted revive, but yeah, look at that cleave. That's a lot of cleave here. You can see that coming out from the power Conduit. It's not going to be enough. In fact, it's probably going to end up in the death of the Troubadour at the same time. Maybe at least? Yeah, almost certainly. And that is going to be the end of this game as well. That is the end. And that is the way it is. Next round, I think. Oh, actually, wait, there's still some games going on. I didn't see this one. Let's leap into action. Broken Class Abuser. Slycore goes berserk. Lord of Kex. Spocker and Ambra. Wow, what a classic. Ooh, Ambra still busting out the Tempest. Maybe he has not bought the expansion yet to get to the Luminary or indeed to the Troubadour. We have a quadruple Luminary setup here. I'm not really sure if that's the way to go, but they're making it happen, guys. They absolutely are. Bringing content to the table. Spocker, of course, on the Amalgam here. Trying to deliver the ooze into the battle. Broken Class Abuser. Will he be broken enough to hold this 1v2? That is the question. I mean, Spocker is now re-energizing back into the Slycore in a lot of trouble as well. What the heck? Wait, what the hell is this? Has to kind of run away here, getting shoved away by this Luminary. Not really feeling too good about that 1v1. In fact, might end up dying. He needs to be very careful. Does not want to die. Does get the heal skill off, so should be able to reinforce into that fight pretty effectively. But blue team do need to actually win something. Broken Class Abuser not abusing hard enough, unfortunately. And the red team, the Luminaries, are making it happen, guys. They're able to secure those kills pretty effectively. Spocker is also in the downstate too. Ooh, blue team in one hell of a pickle currently. They are in a pickle, my friends. They absolutely are. They need to be very careful about this. And they're going to have, well, they've got one more repush, I think. Otherwise, they are actually going to lose this game. They can't really afford to lose any more fights. They're now behind in points. Spocker now pushing forwards once again. But actually, they already lose their Luminary. Ooh, I think blue team actually might be dead. Because Ambra is now very exposed in a huge amount of trouble. Might be able to get out. Like, has the static field there to block the opponents. But they're going to be very far behind in points before they actually have the ability to re-engage into some of these fights. Because we have this Luminary coming back in 2 seconds. But again, like, red team is on the warpath. Ooh, blue team do manage to find a kill, but they really do not want to lose Ambra. Ambra cannot die here. He must find a way to somehow survive. But no, he cannot do it, unfortunately. A massive damage burst from the Luminary comes out, and that's going to be a kill secured onto the Tempest. And this is now very, very problematic here for the blue team. Maybe if Spocker can find a way to win this 1v1, but he is not having an easy time in it whatsoever against this Luminary. He does get the stun, but here comes Spirit Possessed moving in to assist with that to guarantee that this is not lost by the red team. I think Spocker is dead here. Yeah, gets stunned there, and therefore gets shut down as well. And things are looking very dire for the blue team indeed. They've got to get these decaps. Spocker actually does draw one of the Luminaries back by going for the self-res. That does kind of buy a little bit of time here almost. But I don't think that's really going to do anything except buy time, as Broken Class Abuser is left completely on their own. Not broken enough to do a 1v3, only a 1v2 at best. The res does come through from Amber. That is big, but they need to get some action here very, very quickly. I'm just not sure if they have enough time to actually get these decaps here. Oh, especially with a sneaky Luminary going across the map to neutralize this node at the same time. They're also not losing control of middle as of right now either, or indeed the windmill. It is nearly decapped. Now, windmill did get decapped, and middle is being won by blue team, so they have like a glimmer of hope here. But the problem is they're losing this 2v2, and the reinforcement now comes in. Spocker is being taken out. Broken Class Abuser is moving in, but I don't think that is decappable. And also, oh, there was no response to this Luminary at all, actually. And yeah, Illumination Maddie was able to fully capture the mansion over here at the same time. Luminary is so broken they won't do anything about it. I'm not gonna lie. Look, just to be clear, guys, 4 Luminaries is not gonna be meta. I promise you that. It will not be meta. Have no fear. So we are in business. I think Not a Melon versus Sugar Crush actually should be pretty interesting. We will take a look at that. Oh, Sloth versus something is also interesting. How come this month it is the Saturday and not the next? So the way it works is it's the 4th Saturday, of every month. And I mean, did November start on a Saturday? It did actually, yeah. November the 1st was a Saturday, so that's why. Boom. It's not going to be about the fact you can start the same class means something. Actually, it really doesn't actually, Burst 9. Like, for example, Ambra was playing Tempest there, and Ambra is an excellent player, but in the current metagame, Tempest is just trash. Like, it's so far inferior to a support Luminary or a support Troubadour that it's essentially a 4v5. That's no disrespect to Ambra, by the way. Ambra is an excellent Elementalist player, but, you know, this is very much like bringing a sword to a gunfight kind of thing. And that's just the way it is. It's like post-expansion. You know, post-X-Pack, stuff's going to be a little bit off, right? Obviously. But it's not really... you can't draw a meaningful conclusion from the fact that you can, like, beat... you can beat a team with 4 Luminaries, and it be a close game, by the way, against a team that's, like, running something a build that just isn't good. Like, at all. The match starts soon. And also, there's obviously, like, skill diff as well, right? Like, one team might just, like, be playing better than the other, then you can play whatever you want. I do believe that blue team is pretty favored here. But let's see how this plays out. Red team is actually very good, too. Sloth on the support Luminary. Oh, playing the, basically the world versus world build as well, which is interesting. Not playing Honor for a bit of extra healing. In fact, going with Valor for... Tenacious defense. This is basically the world versus world build, and in the team fight it means you can spam out your F3 a lot, so loads of stability, loads of prop, loads of resistance, and indeed you can charge up your 5th skill and 4th skill a whole bunch by doing this too. There's like a lot of mitigation. Don't have altruistic healing, of course, so you don't have extra sustain from this really. Like, you have a little bit of defensive potential, but not that much. So it's kind of an interesting approach here. I think we actually don't see a support Luminary from the blue team at all, because of course they have the Paragon and the Troubadour. But already, we do see a lot of focus coming out, and the Worms have this double support comp. And this, I think, is going to be a really big problem. This is going to be a really, really big problem here for the red team. I don't think they can fight, right? Because they're only running a single support, kind of like you could argue like a half support with the Necromancer. And this is, I actually do really like the Ritualist, honestly. Like, it fits really well into these comps, especially in the team fight. You slap that in there, you've got even more support, even more AoE damage. But I really do not believe that red team is going to be capable of engaging into Worms when Worms has this double support. You've got the Troubadour, and you also have the Paragon. So red team has to out-rotate around this. And that's kind of a bit of a problem, because they don't have a lot of rotational potential, right? Like, I don't want to say this, guys, but this feels like a comp diff. This feels like a hard counter. I do not believe that red team will be able to win. They are just going to lose the 5v5 every single time into Worms because of this Paragon, right? Like, this Paragon, in my opinion, is a really, really major issue for the red team right now. Of course, it's not specifically Paragon. Goku, of course, could be on a Luminary, for example, and it would be, honestly, maybe not quite as effective, because then you wouldn't have the boon pressure, right, coming up from the spell, from the dagger F1, right? This is actually one of the things that's actually kind of cool about warrior support in general, is it tends to be a bit more aggressive. It tends to actually try to contribute to the fight a bit more, and that's what that dagger main hand is doing with the Warhorn set.
Team grabbed a capture point.
But yeah, red team need to basically rotate around this, but good luck doing that, because they are really, really slow. Yeah, they don't even have a power conduit. They're actually double Condi conduit with Ritualist and double Luminary. So they are really slow. So realistically, guys, unless the Worms just troll and AFK, I don't actually see any realistic way for them to lose this game. Like, they're a little slow on the draw here. They don't have 5, but they do now. Now that they have all of their players, they're starting to take that engage in earnest here. You can see this power conduit just absolutely going to town onto the blue classmate. There's no renewed focus. It was used in the previous life, so that's going to be the end of that. And yeah, there's just no way. This is not winnable. There's no winnable. There's too many boons. Look at all these boons, guys. Here, we do actually a little bit of pressure coming through onto the Troubadour here, and again, is a bit vulnerable when it doesn't have its distortion available. Like, it is a relatively soft target in some of these fights. And its Condi cleanse isn't brilliant either. You can see the amount of Condi is actually pretty massive coming through there. But the thing is, I don't think it really matters that much. Like, this kill is going to come through, and the Worms are going to lose that player. And we actually do lose a Luminary as well. They were very aggressive with that res. And, well, look, double Conduit is a lot of condition pressure. And I guess, honestly, like, they don't have the sickest Condi cleanse, I don't think. Like, do we have the cleanse mantra being played? We actually don't. We have the stab mantra. It's kind of hard to fit, I guess, both in there. You definitely want the stab mantra, but it's like a little bit tricky to get that in. You really want Signet of Illusions and you want Blink. So the Condi cleanse here is actually fairly mid because, again, there's a bit of Condi cleanse here on the Paragon, but it's not actually that much. So they do have to be a little bit careful about those conduits at the end of the day. But I just think they're going to have such a big problem just actually engaging in these fights over time. They're just going to get out-sustained and out-valued. Asu's going to go down here. They already used the Signet there from the blue class main. They're going to have to disengage that. They do get the artifact here as well, but the problem is they're already losing the fight once they picked up that artifact, so it's not really going to do that much for them. Hypnos is in a huge amount of trouble over here as well. Going to have to kind of run away in fear, kite away, all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, Worms looking strong currently. Goku gets the decap there as well. Got to waste some time from Forest Fruit Tea. Erazik trying to put some work in over here as well. But at the end of the day, what is the win condition for the red team? I'm just not sure I really see it. Like, they can win a scuffle here and there, but they weren't really able to convert that into any map control. And look at this damage. Look at Worm Glint just unleashing onto the map with that power conduit, doing so much DPS, so much damage coming out from the Worms here. Worms hype. Forest Fruit Tea looking for an opportunity. But you do have a kill being secured. Looks like we actually have a 1v1. Erazik was able to actually secure this win, which is nice, right? Like, you know, a 1v1 is very impactful like that. And actually, the Worms are now getting obliterated. So I guess I take it back a little bit. They were not able to actually secure those kills, and Worms are now being repelled. So things are falling apart. Things are falling apart right now for the Worms. Esprit is not playing? Well, I mean, look, maybe he should be. No Esprit, no win, man. Worms now double capped. Blue class main. Honestly, I'm loving the fashion here, actually. Kind of a festive outfit. Is it? Guys, it's not even December yet. Like, am I crazy on this? It feels a little bit early. Like, it's happening in my town as well. People have already got the lights up. People have got the trees up and stuff. I mean, look. Don't get me wrong, I like a little bit of festive spirit. I got no problem with that, but I think we're going a little bit overboard with it. Red team now with the triple cap, though. Forest Fruit Tea isn't a downside. That does give the buff as well to the blue team. They have both now. That's going to be a very, very hard engage now for the red team. So I think they're going to have to play this safe. They have to kind of back off and try to defuse these fights, stall their opponents, and play very, very safe, because otherwise they are absolutely done for. Blue class main is, of course, still available for support. Looks like red team, they're going to go for a little bit of a hold. They're even trying to get some pressure onto the Troubadour over there. Ritualist very vulnerable right now. Yeah, that Shroud gets evaporated from all that power damage. The swipe of the Scythe comes through, and the red team do get taken out. If they don't lose any more, then this is honestly fine, but they need to actually do that. It's going to be hard to disengage. Blue class main putting in the work, bringing some giga healing to the table. Some nice kiting here as well. And red team, honestly, they do make the best out of a bad situation. Forest Fruit Tea, though, making me eat my words. They just feed, unfortunately, giving away another kill and slowing down the potential restabilization of the red team. Just 60 points in it so far. Me Goku, me heal back into the mix. That Luminary dealing some serious DPS, but the Paragon able to survive without too much of a problem, at least for the time being. And here we go. We're now going to get another full team fight here. And again, I would have expected the Worms comp to work extremely well here. But I guess when you've got a double Condi Conduit, you can really never count a team out, that's for sure. But here comes the 5v5. Who is going to be the target here? I'd expect it's going to be the support. Yeah, it is going to be the blue class main. And look at that power conduit from Glint just connecting. And I think it's going to be Erazik next. The Ritualist as well, also under fire, getting taken out. And the Worms take 2 kills in the team fight. Erazik not looking good over here as well. No heal skill for a while. Just pop. Oh, actually, wait. He's in Malix. We've got the weird spectate bug. But yeah, Erosic in trouble here as well. Hypnos being bled out. Aki looking for this kill onto the conduit. Is it going to come through? I think it's 100 HP, 200 HP. Surely he can't get away with this. There's no way he actually gets away with it. 200 HP, but is that going to be enough to survive? Tries to get up to the kiting spot. The CC is going to be good. Erosic being really annoying here with the kiting, but no. In the end, the Worms take the triple cap. The Worms take the team fight, and Erosic is going to be bled out for a while. 2 players from the red team now on respawn. They're going to be back into the mix pretty soon, but if they lose anyone else, that stagger is going to be incredibly unfortunate. And yeah, the problem is the red team, they're so exposed over here. They're outnumbered. It's very hard for the red team to actually reinforce this 2v2, almost impossible even, I would say. And as long as the Worms actually get this, they're in a good spot. Blue team is doing a really good job to actually give credit where it's due here. Very nice kiting and positioning here by the red team. In fact, the Worms are going to give it up. They don't want to overcommit to that. Worm Glint going to go for the buff and then potentially reinforce Goku on the other side of the map. Hypnos going to go down though on that 2v2, and that is really not what we want to see there. Worms securing that kill, and that means that Erosic respawning here doesn't make this fight uneven, and that means there's a lot of freedom on the map for Glint to rotate around here and look for opportunities. He's looking for it now onto Erosic. Bit of a tough target, of course, for the power conduit, but Forest Fruit Tea is looking juicy over there as well. And the leap, the port is massive into the kill. The sword buff juicing the damage of the power conduit even more than it already was. And this is going to be a win. Definitely some signs of life, though, for the red team. Decent performance there from them. All right. Are there any other games that are still going? Oh, yeah, Not a Melon versus Sugar Crush. This is a really cool match, actually. I kind of forgot about this one, but that game was also good as well. We've got some good games going on this round. So, yeah, we have Not a Melon. Ooh, no Thief for Blue feels rough to me. Oh, wait, no, actually, no, they have Maya. Like, dude, I've been so... guys, I'm, like, motor-pilled. Like, we saw only Daredevils, right? Like, it was, like, Daredevil for, like, 50 games in a row. So I don't even register Spectre as Thief anymore. But, of course, it is going to be Maya here on the blue team. Ooh, needs to be a little bit careful, though. That Shroud is going to absorb those Condis. Needs some support. Aphelios main is bringing the support there as well. But the floor is lava on Conduit. In a lot of trouble here as well. Chat GPT Abuser. Necromancer Zintrax looking for that kill. This is a really, really close match, actually. Like, this could go either way. If anyone dies, this is where things can get really, really wacky. Necromancer Zintrax does not want to give up that node, though. Actually might have done so. Ooh, maybe a little bit greedy on that kill. I respect it, but it does get a little bit punished. We have 3-time motor champ. This is Drar, I believe, here on the red team as well, playing for, I don't even know what their team is, actually. I guess they're the Z Squadron. Wait, yeah, they're the Z Squadron. On the red team. Aphelios main in a lot of trouble, has the heal skill coming up in a couple of seconds, but blue team need to find an opportunity here. They need to get something. Oh, the heal skill interrupted, denies the Condi cleanse. That actually might be fatal here. Can he get the heal skill off in time? The answer is actually yes. That's crazy. They turn it around into a kill potentially on 3-time motor champ. Taco Cat on the warpath here, but gets Condied. Oh my god, look at that. The Condis cover the Taco Cat. Is there some revival here, maybe? Do we have the signet? We do, but Aphelios made it so low and cannot recover. Trades his life for the Taco Cat, but it's not going to be a trade. It's going to be a 2-for-1 deal as Taco Cat falls. And I think even with this 2-cap, this is going to result in a victory now for the red team. They should be able to stabilize off that. They find floor as well. Chat GPT Abuser is holding their own into Zintrax over here, but that is not going to cut it. Maybe if Maya can make some magic happen and get this decap and slow this game down, there is some potential, but with Dervlin pushing in, I do not believe that is going to be a possibility.
The artifacts have reached maximum power.
2-time motor champ is gone, of course, yeah, because it's 3-time now. He has won all 3 motors, guys. Bear that in mind. Dra has won every single time. But yeah, blue team, they are dead. It is over. Let's look at another game. Oh, all the games are basically ending, so I guess maybe this one. Can any team win this game? The answer is indeed going to be yes. We have Mega Noob 5 on the blue team here. I like that. Umbra Ragnarok. Community Ambulance also in the mix here as well. Spokkachu Groshi. The hell is this? Some crazy names, some good roleplay names here. We like to see that. Let's see. Can blue team recover here? I think the answer to that is no, as they just died. Tempest is dead. Conduit is dead. Only 3 players left over. Is this revivable in any way? It is absolutely not. Vi Trigger gonna try to 1v3, but I do not believe that is gonna be a possibility there. The kill is secured, and red team are looking very, very good in this game. There is a kill secured over here as well by the red team. The Tempest getting that stomp there, pushing forward. What is this build actually? This is a very interesting build. We have full, wait, what even is this? Like hybrid Tempest, Sage Amulet, Fire, Earth, Tempest. Very peculiar build. Very peculiar indeed. And red team achieved their victory. Do I think Conduit will survive the balance patch? No, I think a lot of the VOE specs will suffer at the hands of the balance patch. They're a little overtuned right now. Okay, next round is, okay, we have Snowfall so goated I want to abuse. Something with Worms versus Z Squadron. That's a pretty interesting game. Avid versus Sugar Crush, I think, is also a pretty interesting matchup as well. Balance Apocalypse. Yeah, the Balance Apocalypse is coming, Darrens. It is coming. It is absolutely coming. Imagine, bro, all the slop. Dude, isn't it kind of weird, guys, that Darren's is just like, you know, he's foaming at the mouth, looking forward to all the slop content he's going to be capable of creating? Isn't that a bit weird, guys? Okay, so this is going to be a pretty interesting matchup here, I think. We do have Not a Melon here on the Thief versus, we have Dra on the Conduit. We have Zintrax on the Ritualist here. We have Dervlin on the Conduit, and we have Yui on the Luminary here on Support Guardian. Gonna be the more traditional build, the Honor build rather than Valor. The Valor build is pretty hype, but I do believe the Honor does appear to be the way to go. It's actually, the res trait is like very underrated as well, actually. It was like very powerful in Motor. And then Honorable Stuff is actually very nifty. You give a dodge back to everyone. It's a very strong effect, right, on your Empower. And of course, you just get like more tankiness, like more healing, more tankiness from Force of Will at the same time, which is always pretty good. And then on the blue team, it's going to be something, guys. It is something here on the Conduit. This is one of the, an absolutely disgusting build. It is vile, it is putrid, and it is here. It is ready to activate. Goodness me. Is this build. Conduit, Retribution, and Corruption. Okay, wait, what is it? Hero of Tyria, I fight with you. Iron Hammer is ready. Writhe in Anguish. Goodness me. Goku on support Paragon here. Me Goku, me heal. Tactics, defense, Paragon. Exactly what you'd expect there. Relic of the Flock, Rune of the Guardian, Avatar Amulet. Worm Glint, Power, Conduit. Matching the other Conduit there. With basically what you'd expect from a Power of build. You've got Brutality for the quickness, Invocation, and Conduit in the mix. And then Raiken on the Troubadour. Kind of combo support there with Goku. And finally Aki on the Luminary. Kind of feeling a bit of a multi-role, right? You know, it's capable of 1v1s. It can be in the team fight, right? Like, you know, it can you know, burst people down. Bit of a jack of all trades a little bit. Has some support elements on it as well. Like, you know, has some Aegis, all that kind of good stuff. Worm's going for the 3-node push, and that's not terribly surprising. They do like that that approach. But again, I think it's going to be very interesting to see how this team fight interacts. Like, I feel like the team fight is going to be very advantageous towards Worms here. Like, they don't have a Thief, and also they just have that double support, which I think is going to be problematic to deal with. Again, not the sickest Condi cleanse on these builds, right? Like, you know, like you could even say it's like maybe arguably like a little bit of a weakness to an extent. Like of the Troubadour, is its cleanse is not amazing. To be honest, of course, it has like the normal cleanse from Inspiration, but there's nothing really extra there. So it's going to be a little bit reliant on people kind of looking after themselves a bit. Big team fight now starting to brew. I think the target for the red team has to be Worm Glint, but no, well, hold that thought, as the battled standard has already finished off Zintrax, and I think this fight is basically over before it has begun. Not a Melon going for this cap, and this is going to keep the red team in the game, because the blue team is going to have a very tough time actually interacting with this thief. It's just too fast. Nobody on the blue team is fast enough. Maybe you know the conduit can kind of track it a little bit, but right now the worms, they are just not concerned about that. I think they are just looking to basically play, not hard to, but they're looking to play a little bit more of a two-node style in terms of the points they capture. They might be going for decaps onto the bazaar, but they want to play aggressive. They want to be right in their opponent's face. They want to be on the dock, on the archway, and just lock it down. We do have Worm Glint, who is the fastest player going for that decap. They've got to be a little bit careful taking fights without him, though. Like, he does need to get in the fight. I'm actually a little bit worried about this. Is this a little bit too greedy from the worms? We're about to find out. I think it's probably going to be okay, but they have to play carefully on middle, because Glint needs to be able to be in these fights to give them the damage they need. The worms kind of defuse that fight, and we actually have Worm Glint not even go back in there because we have the 3-time Motor Champ moving in. This does not feel like a 1v1 that the power conduit wants to be in. Like, I feel like Glint just has to leave. There's absolutely no way. Yeah, I mean, this is just, yeah, he's dead. Yeah. I actually respect it. He was like, yeah, I can take that conduit in a 1v1. I can take it. And then he got hit by 7 stacks of Torment and then realized, okay, maybe not. And then the Thief showed up, and that made it even worse. But still, we need to see Red Team win a fight here, right? And that is where things are going to get complicated. This is DP Thief as well from Nonamelon. I think I would have liked to see SD, to be honest. Will Riken actually be able to make it to contest? We do have the blink, so I think we should be able to get it to contest, but we need some reinforcements here big time, because that conduit is going to tear through this luminary, this troubadour in absolutely no time at all. We do now have that reinforcement from Worm Glint. The damage there on that power conduit is massive onto the 3-time Motor Champion. Of course, with the support, is able to deal with that conduit a little bit better, able to survive it, at least for the time being. Something is in a 1v2 here against the Thief, but the Thief is not going to be able to find that kill by the looks of that. Thief Portal meta again? Yeah, the Portal was a big tech there. Although, to be honest, I actually don't like it in this matchup. I think there's too much, like, what is the DP Thief going to actually be able to attack effectively? Like, I mean, yeah, we can maybe get this kill in the 1v2, but I'm not sure if DP Thief is actually enough. Do we need the extreme speed of the Shadow Portal Thief in this matchup? I'm not sure if that's the case. I feel like we need the damage of the SD Thief, like to actually break through these conduits to be able to hunt down the power conduit. But we will obviously see.
Just like that.
They're still being held here. We actually have the Thief almost like being shoved away a little bit by the troubadour almost. And worms are going to be able to get that bell. Red team were not able to manage that resource. They didn't have the players to spare. Conduit being super annoying here from blue team as well. Holding this down, like they are not able to get that 1v2. They're just not able to get that kill. I think, to be honest, we're not seeing a lot of value out of the Thief on red team. We're wasting a lot of time in these 1v2s, not getting kills out of it. It's really not working. Like the worms are kind of having it all their own way. Aki is in a lot of trouble here, but will be healed up, I think, by Goku. And of course by Riken at the same time. And here comes the team fight. Let's see if red team can win this. They kind of have to start winning this team fight now. Otherwise they're going to be in a lot of trouble in this game. Ooh, support from red team getting chased down. It does have the renewed focus available, but that's a lot of damage. Can we get to the renewed focus? Comes through, but that's very, very low health. It's going to be quite difficult to restabilize. Heal skill in a couple of seconds. Very nice knockback there from the red luminary. Is it going to be enough? Just going for the contest. Gets the heal. Goes for the forge once again, but unfortunately, that is just not enough. There's not enough counter peel coming out from the red team, and the luminary does fall alongside the conduit. And this just feels like a little bit back to the drawing board with the comp, in my opinion. I just do not think this is going to work versus the worms. Like the Thief is getting shut down way too hard. Like Notamelon is not able to get value, just gets cleaved out in this massive fight. They need to come up with a different comp. Maybe play the Evoker, maybe go for an SD Thief, or hell, maybe just go for a second support as well and just try and match that team fight. Something like in a little bit of trouble here, but is not actually going to go downstate here. And yeah, most of the red team is deceased. They're respawning now, but the bell is going to get secured by Goku as he crosses over to also assist his team in just a couple of moments.
Blue team ring the bell. Fire
Map is too small for Thief. I don't think the map is too small for Thief. It's just that DP Thief doesn't kill this. Like, DP Thief doesn't kill the classes that blue team has. Because look at this. Like, you have Rabid Amulet, 2k toughness, support with heavy armor and high vitality, right? And then you have support with a decent bit of toughness and, of course, stuff like Distort, right? A lot of good defensive tools. And you have Luminary. I just don't really see, like, what the DP Thief is going to be particularly good at killing. Like, maybe the Luminary, and I'm not even sure if it's going to do very well into the power conduit, to be completely honest with you. I don't really see that going particularly well. I just don't see I don't see a lot of opportunities for the Thief to get value outside of decapping. And even during all of that, there hasn't been a lot. I really like this stealth rose. That is funny, but the cleave is not going to be good enough. In fact, I almost thought they were going to be able to get that, but a very cheeky stealth rose there comes through from Notamelon to kind of keep red team alive a little bit more.
Blue team grabbed a capture point.
Something like in trouble. The meta is dumb. I mean, look, you have to adapt to the metagame, though. That's the thing, right? You can't just keep doing the same thing. You can't, like, assume that your build will work into the current meta. That's a very bad assumption. Inferior class taking a beating here. They do get some very good damage onto Aki, but renewed focus is still available. They're trying to turn that pressure around onto the support. The Worms want that support. If they can kill that support, then they can basically win this team fight and win themselves the game. Are they going to find that kill? Yes, they absolutely are. The renewed focus was used, but unfortunately, it was not enough. This is not enough counterpeel. There's not enough sustain to actually keep these players alive. 3-time Motor champ in a huge amount of trouble here as well. In a 1v3, there is the kill. Wormglint gets that. And this game is well and truly over.
Be ready to give the signal and return fire once the cannons are loaded. Blue team grabbed a capture point.
Pretty brutal game. Pretty brutal game, guys. Let's see, is there anything else that we want to actually have a look at? Ooh, no.
Just like that, blue team takes a capture point.
Where is Misha? I'm not sure if there is a Master of Disaster team this time around. The Master of Disaster. We do have Team Snowfall, so goated. I want to abuse. Z Squadron and Worms, obviously.
Be ready to give the signal.
That's the skill base everyone was wanting. Well, I think people do like the meta right now. Well, at least the motor meta. I'm not sure if people like double conduit, but I think people do like the motor meta, yeah. Well, but to be fair though, Maze, like motor meta is actually very different. Like no class stacking changes a lot. It means you have to choose between a power conduit or a condi conduit, right? You can't have two conduits. Obviously in the monthly AT, things can get a little bit weird. Blue team winning the game here. With a kind of a duelist paragon here. Whoa, Assassin Amulet with 100% crit chance. That is a hype. This is a hype build, guys. Strength, defense, and then paragon. Kind of running the damage stuff here. Brisk pacing and strengthening stanzas. Look at that. Brutal. Just hammer smashes from the paragon. Look at that DPS. Has the quickness uptime as well with aggressive onslaught. This is a hype build, actually, guys.
Be ready to give the signal. Return fire once the cannons are loaded.
Shatter Mirage, was it too weak? It's basically been replaced by Evoker, it feels like. Caspi is really well known for playing Shatter Mirage, but it's playing Evoker right now. I mean, dude, this guy did cook. He cooked big time. And his team is going to win the game as a result of that. He's running like every CC ability, and then aggressive onslaught is juicing him. He has like Perma Fury from being a Paragon, and 100% crit chance, and just like brings the smackdown onto the opponent. Big weakness, big vulnerability, and just big damage. with Merciless Hammer. You honestly kind of love to see that. This is a very based build. Oh, look, he's got the synergy, the weakness damage, and the weakness application from strength. Kina's in the chat. Kermit Gape receives all. Incredible. I think that's... Oh, wait, this game is still going, actually. Oh, this was this team, actually. All right. Wait, isn't Hound fake Torben? Wait, is Hound fake Torben? Oh, no. Fake Torben is made in heaven or something. Yeah. Although, to be honest, guys, you know, fake Torben is now is the only Torben left. So he's real Torben now. That's how it works. Let's see, do we have any spicy games? Ah, yeah, we actually do. We have Worms versus Snowfall, so goated I wanna abuse. This is a really interesting matchup here, actually. Like, who has got the better read on the meta? I think we've got a double Condi Conduit and 1 power. We do. Then we have Con on DPS Luminary. You can see him. It's gonna be the Valkyrie build. Yeah, Relic of Mistburn, yeah. You go Relic of Mistburn here, and you kind of go for the crit cap, right? With Radiance, of course. And then the Mistburn gives you another 5%. So you have like Giga Crit at the same time. Do some big damage. And then, of course, we have the support from Alex. And then we have another Condi Conduit. Double Condi Conduit here. And then Kuba, of course, on the Power Conduit. Facing the Worms. We have Worm something. Condi Conduit. Worm Goku. Support Paragon. Worm Glint. Power Conduit. Worm Raiken. Support Troubadour. Worm Aki on Luminary. Okay. I don't really know how to predict how this game is going to go. This is a weird one. It's a very small map. So the lack of speed from the red team is not going to be that relevant. And they do have, you know, they do still have that power conduit. And of course, like, blue team is not the fastest team in the universe either. Oh, wow, this is a massive push. A really big push coming up from red. They're just going for it. I'm curious how they want to take this, like, because they don't have stealth. So it's not like the blue team didn't see them coming. And here we go. The fight now begins. Now, who wins the team fight here? It's hard to say, to be honest with you. Like, again, I do tend to like the double support chances of winnings, but bear in mind, they've already lost one of their Condi Conduits. Goku gonna go for the banner. Of course, banner is retargetable, guys, so knocking does not work as long as Goku is actually paying attention, and of course he was. He was, in fact, anticipating that, I think, because he was probably aware that Con had the hammer. Able to get that very, very nice save there. However, Worms do find this kill onto the power conduit in middle, actually. It was almost a 2v3. I think Glint was there to help out, though. Now rotates into this fight as well to deal with Con. However, the healing is going to be tricky here because Condis are going to be flowing out of Frosty like so far. Oh, yeah, Glint's look, dead. Yeah.
Just like that.
Seriously, man. Like, Conduit is the most disgusting build. It's actually one of the most disgusting builds I've ever seen. Like, I don't even know how to describe it, guys. Like, it just walks up to you and it gives you 50 condis, and they all have 10 stacks as well. Like, that is what happens. It is absolutely disgusting. And Worm Glint gets beaten down big time. You absolutely love to see that. And so far, that double Condi Conduit seems hard to fight. It seems like really, really hard to fight right now, and the Worms are struggling there. Like, I do think they almost need to find a way to get some more Condi Cleanse into their team fight composition, because it is just so much application when you've got the double Condi Conduit there. Now, they, of course, do have one of them 1v1ing on the other side of the map, but oh, that Conduit is hard. It's so hard. Like, the supports are genuinely struggling to keep up with this Condi Conduit, even though there's two of them. And Worm Glint having a very, very tough time here. Does get healed up quite a bit, but the Worms on the back foot in this team fight. That is 100% going to be the case. They're looking to turn it around onto Alex here, but it's certainly not going to be easy. Nice line from Alex. Goes for the kite. No heal skill for a while. Does still have a couple of boons available. Finds those boons. They're going back onto Worm Glint. Fight seems to be relatively stable, but a really big problem. This 1v1 is not going well for Worms. Frosty actually finds this 1v1, drives away the blue conduit. That's a really big problem. Like, if we have red team consistently winning 1v1s, then that's a major issue for the Worms that they're going to have to address. Now, the Worms do win the team fight. They're able just to out-sustain and out-value, and they do get 2 kills. That's very tasty, actually. Con uses his teleport to the gate. Very little nice trick there to disengage away from that fight. Aki trying to go for the follow-through. Can't get through the wall, though, unfortunately. Now going back over to middle. But Worms, they've got some vulnerability here. The Worms have got some problems. They absolutely do. They've got to figure out this 1v1 as well. I saw this in some of the previous games. Like, something is not doing well in these 1v1s. Like, the mirror specifically. Like, the conduit versus conduit. That needs to be addressed. Double rev meta? It can't be. Guys, look. I know that you're semi-memeing here, but bear in mind, I feel like Rev has been kind of bad for a long time now, no? Am I crazy on this? I feel like we can give Rev their moment of glory before they inevitably get absolutely nuked from orbit in the balance patch. Because, yeah, Condi Conduit is not going to survive. Was Herald ever bad? Oh, yeah, 100%. Like, Herald has been pretty bad recently. It only very recently started to become like a little bit more playable. They buffed Power Herald a lot. Condi Herald was good for a little bit. It's not in favor right now and wasn't before the expansion, but I mean, yeah, Herald well, Rev in general, I feel like has not been that great in recent times. And yeah, Worms. They've got a bit of a stranglehold. Ooh, when they do find a kill. Alex going for the res. It should come through. It does, but they're going to have to run. They just have to get out. And the Worms finding the rotations they need. Probably not a map they feel very happy about, given Master of the Arena. But they're back for revenge on Legacy of the Foe Fire. They are looking to go for this kill. They're looking to, you know, go for more kills in the base. Don't think they're going to go for the Lord. Would be funny if they did go for it, but I don't think they have the full force they need to make that happen. We do actually see a kill on the other side of the map there as well. The 2v2 goes in favor of Worms. They might have to break the other gate in order to keep the chase up there. They're being outmaneuvered a little bit by inanimate objects. But the Worms, they are on a destructive rampage right now. Another kill has been secured, but Worm Glint looking for even more. Wants to eliminate BonkyCon. Is there a renewed focus? There is available there. So we do have a little bit of defensive potential here, but the Worms are just not letting up. But there is no disengaging from this. They are absolutely insatiable. They are ravenous. They want these kills. They've got to be a little bit careful not to overextend here, as they are going to be pushing very, very deep here, directly next to their opponent's spawns. They have to be very mindful of that, but let's see if they can keep this up. They're looking for the kill onto the support luminary of red team. Are they going to get it? They are, yeah. And Worms looking strong here. BonkyCon also getting heavily pressured, forced into a renewed focus. Is going to take a beating off that. Almost certainly going to end up dying here at the same time. Does have the block available, is going for it, succeeds in doing so. Really nice ports actually by BonkyCon, but it's not going to be enough, as the follow-up ports are also very, very good. Look at this 1v1. Look, guys, I'm telling you, this 1v1 is a major, major problem. And it has not gone the way of the Worms. Frosty wins the clean 1v1 there. Secures that victory. GG. I mean, it's not looking good for red team. Like, Team Snowfall, they are, I would say, in jeopardy currently. Another kill being secured by Worm Glint. Gets it. Surely they want to go for the Lord. I can sense the hunger within the Worms. They crave the Lord. They desire the Lord. Oh, nice res. Are they going to get that? Oh, they are. No poison. Well, or rather, the poison wasn't enough to deny the res. Lots of healing modifiers, of course, on the Guardian. Able to get that res without too much of a problem. Can they turn this fight, though? It's, well, they actually have some good momentum right now, at the very least. They're getting a lot of pressure there onto Riken over here. Is it going to be enough, though? That's the big question. I'm not sure if it is, actually. We do finally actually see a 1v1 win, but not into Frosty. Something able to take out Denshi in that 1v1 into the conduit. But something has not found that win into Frosty yet, so will not be satisfied. But it is enough to win this game, as I don't think there's any realistic prospect of a recovery in this matchup, I'm afraid, at this stage. This is going to be game over. Worm Glint. Running around in circles, speeding around, zooming. I think Snowfall know it's over. Like, they know they can't really do much. Nice sneaky decap there as well. Like, I feel like, look, I'm not gonna lie, like, something needs to step up here a little bit. Bit out of position there, not able to deny that decap. We'll now resume that 1v1 into Shaman. Ooh, and goodness me, that is a bomb of Condis that get dropped directly onto something there at the same time. Does get the cleanse, of course. So that's definitely a good start, but Worms just slowly winning the game. I just don't think there's enough time left for Red to win. Like, how are they even going to get this decap on middle? It's such a big node. There's a lot of position to move around. Something actually is going to die straight up dead in the 1v1 once more, but the problem is Worms just winning that team fight. Zella is in the down state. Like, Snowfall have to res that. They're very committed to it. They actually do get it. They take a lot of pressure to make that happen, though. It's going to be hard to actually fully restabilize. They actually do have the 5v4, so Snowfall should actually win this fight. They might be able to actually survive in this game for a little while longer. Like, recovering, though, is going to be very much easier said than done. You can see how impactful. Guys, look what happens. That lost 1v1 is brutal. Like, look how brutal that is. Allows the other conduit to rotate into the fight. Loses the node at the same time. Full momentum in favor of Worms. Against Worms, rather, in favor of Snowfall. The problem is they actually didn't manage to decap middle. Are they going to get it now? I think they are. There we go. And Snowfall actually is rotating very well here. Like, this is a potential comeback here. Like, they found this weakness, guys. There is this weakness on the Worms roster. It is this conduit 1v1. It absolutely is. And Snowfall are now exploiting it. Now, the issue here is that Snowfall now needs to win this 4v4. And that's not going to be easy, right? Like, we've seen them lose it. We've seen them do pretty well, but only with an outnumber. Or with some, like, big momentum in their favor at the start. If they can do this, though, theoretically, they're not dead. Like, that's the interesting thing here. If they win, they are still in this game. But the question is, can they do... What is this? Something gets farmed by Frosty in seconds. This is actually really scary. The problem is Frosty is going to take a while to get here. But if Snowfall actually gets this additional conduit into the mix, we can have really big problems here for Worms. Frosty is nearly here as well. It's going to be an all-out 5v5. Slight tempo edge to Snowfall, though, as Frosty is now here. However, Alex is under pressure. They've got to peel him out. Really nice kiting here by Alex. Something like now also into the mix as well. But how is this teamfight going to go? Like, my concern here is that there's a lot of dry cooldowns here for Snowfall, but Worm Glint actually is down, and Aki may end up following her as well. Nice portal there to evacuate Aki there from Riken. We love to see that with the Blink combo. Lots of damage coming through here. Snowfall, they now need to respond to these rotations. They have to get out on the map to deny the Worms from decapturing the map. Worm Glint now dead. Snowfall, now they have to react. They have to actually go for this. They need to respond. Aki moving over. We do, of course, have Denshi doing exactly that. What, huh? Huh? What was that? He just didn't walk onto the node. Look, guys, what am I watching here? It is what it is, my friends. Lets the neutralization happen. And unfortunately, we are in a very weird situation as Aki finds that decap. Of course, yeah, I don't think the Lunia really wants to fight here. It's going to have to concede that node at the very least. But Worms, obviously, at the end of the day, if they get even a single kill, they win the game. They're looking for Frosty. Can they find it? That's the big question here. Pressure looking good, but Worms not really finding their connection just yet. When they maybe turn it around onto Riken, that's going to be a kill onto Riken, I think. Does get the cleanse, very barely gets the distort with the loot there at the last second, but Frosty is going to be on the warpath once again. Of course, no support in that fight now, and that's going to lead to Aki going down, and we actually have Goku. The 2v2 goes to Snowfall. This is actually looking very, very rough. Bear in mind, though, points are relevant here. We need a triple cap from Snowfall, otherwise they actually just don't have enough time to win this game. There's only 2 minutes left, so that means do they win the game? It's 1 point a second right now. They actually do win on a 2 cap, especially with kills. Worms are actually in big trouble here, guys. Wait, Lord is not necessary. Snowfall need to realize they don't need Lord. Lord is trolling here. No, do not do this. Don't go Lord. Lord is a massive troll for Snowfall. They need to recognize this. This is not Moda 3. They just need to not die in this 5v5. They win the game on time. And I'm actually very glad they didn't commit there. They do realize that going for the Lord was trolling. Oh, Frosty, very smart, intercepts something as well. And now all Snowfall have to do is just not lose. They don't even have to really win this fight. They don't have to play aggressive. They don't have to go crazy. They win even on a double cap now. All they need to do is not die here for a couple of seconds. Play defensively. Hold on, hell, die on node at this stage, and they will win this game. Worms under pressure, under siege, under lockdown as Team Snowfall about to ascend into the victory position. Con just running around, just doesn't want to he doesn't want to troll. Doing exactly what he needs to be doing here. Holding on, and there's the kill, but it does not matter. The banner comes down. The cleave is too much, though. But Team Snowfall still on the door. Something dies again. Farming top deaths. I'm not gonna lie, guys. This was something 1v9, but playing for the other team, I have no idea what is going on here, guys. This is something 1v9. They have to fix this 1v1. They have to, dude. Snowfall so goated, I want to abuse something losing every 1v1. Like, what the hell is this? You just hate to see that. Con so goated, I want to abuse. Oh, we actually have another game over here. Ooh, okay, what is his name? Oomphy's Kisser? The fuck is this? But it looks like red team cleaning up this game as well. In fact, they absolutely are. Blue team not quite able to win here, as the double luminary ritualist double conduit comp able to win. Going with the plague sync as well. I think a bit of tech there for the conduit matchup, right? Having that condi transfer. Oh, and even going with Unholy Martyr, yeah. Oh, and Wielder's Boon. Interesting. I feel like Zintrax is going for a much more defensive approach with Vital Persistence even, with Unholy Martyr and Wielder's Boon. Really looking to shut down those conduits, I think. Looking to bunker the 1v1. Because that actually, by the way, guys, that actually makes a whole lot of sense. Because I don't think I think winning that 1v1 Ritualist into conduit is it's very slow, right? It's like a crazy slow matchup. At the end of the day, like really, really slow. So having all that condi cleanse is going to really assist the team fight, right? You're just going to be in the team fight cleansing all the condis. That build does sack a fair bit of damage, though. Yeah, I mean, that's tough. That is very, very tough there for Worms. Worms. Did Worms win? They did not. I mean, they are having some really major issues with the 1v1 right now. Wait, are we already on a limbs? We actually are. Okay, so we have Team Kira versus Snowfall So Goated I Want to Abuse. Sugar Crush versus Fumo Fan Club. Not a Melon versus something. So that's Z Squadron versus Worms. And then who is Venus? Oh, yeah, it's this team, yeah. I think blue team is your pretty favorite here. This is Vern, Skitto, Boris Love, Krog, and Klemgi. Dude, Freya on the... He's off the Tempest, guys. He knows that Tempest is not going to be the way to go. Onto the Paragon. I think the game to watch here, though, is actually going to be Worms versus Z Squadron. And here the game goes. No man on the Luminary this time. I do like that. I think that the Thief is going to struggle to get value here. Oh no! Oh, hold on. That is not a good start there. Unfortunately, the Worms, it's just that power conduit, man. There's so much damage on that power conduit. Catching the support of red team a little bit off guard. Getting that kill almost instantly, and that's obviously going to be a pretty major setback here for the red team at the start of this game. Zintrex kind of having a good time here into Something. And again, look, this is maybe going to be a potential vulnerability here because Something has just not been having a good time in these 1v1s this entire tournament. Again, this is a... Oh, actually, this is a slightly more aggressive build going with Transfusion. Well, not necessarily aggressive, but, you know, it's got the support component of Transfusion on that as opposed to the Unholy Martyr. So those Condis... Really annoying. Very nice weapon of warding to block that pull, which was going to interrupt the heal there by Zintrex. So really nice handling of this 1v1 and is winning it. Well, looks that is currently driving away the Rev pretty effectively. Oh, three-time Motor Champ does go down. Say, oh, and the banner from Goku connects, denying that res. That was a good res there by low K, high K. But not going to cut it. Worm Glint looking to actually plus into this and deal with Zintrex. Ooh, this is scary for that Ritualist. Hard Survivor is a Demolisher build, of course. There's a decent bit of toughness onto Zintrex, but can you resist the power of the Conduit? Looks like the answer to that is yes for now, actually. Just going to basically just let Something pick up the node there and then kind of rotate on the map. That is kind of what Glint is supposed to be doing here. Glint is almost role-playing as a thief. Oh, not a Melon. Nearly goes into the downside there, but the healing is good. The support is massive coming out from the Luminary. Aki in trouble, but the healing is equally good from the Troubadour at the same time. That line a little bit annoying. Worms now retreating over towards middle. However, there's Condi Conduits hot on the tail. Looking to apply some big pressure here at the same time. Worm Glint getting feasted upon. Okay. And here we go. Worm Glint does get taken out, and that is, I feel like that is the win condition for red team. They've got to kill this power conduit. They have to kill Glint. They absolutely do. Like, and this 1v1, I feel like is also a big win condition for the red team. And Zintrex, of course, an excellent duelist. That is what he is well known for on the Warrior primarily, but very much on the Necromancer as well, actually. And yeah, this is just a big win. This is a big win. Ready to win big is Zintrex. Forces the node, and again, he doesn't really care about getting the kill here. This is fine. Like, as long as he just gets this cap and just forces this node, that's happy days. That's going to force Worm Glint to rotate over here and then waste time, whereas he could otherwise be in those team fights, getting those kills. Aki going big, goes into the downside there. Not a Melon surges forwards, looking for that kill. The cleave is massive there from the Luminary, and teams, and Snowfall, or sorry, Z Squadron rather. They are here for a bit of revenge on the Worms here on the battle for Kylo. Worms getting driven back towards their base. Respawn from Aki is now here. And they're now going to go for a resurgence. They're going to look for that kill onto the port. That is indeed what they want to do. But look at those Condis. being applied onto Wormglint. Conduit is so unbelievably disgusting. It absolutely is. It is repulsively powerful, but the Worms, they're here in full force. They're looking for the support. How are the cooldowns looking? We do have the Virtues, a nice line there coming through from the inferior class. The Virtues still available here, so I think we're actually kind of okay, at least for the time being. That's now been popped, though. The red team, they've got to peel this Guardian out. There's going to be a lot of pressure coming through onto that support now. They're not going to do it. The Worms, so focused, lock down that kill, and they find it. But the Worms in a little bit of trouble. They actually have to win this rally war. The banner comes through. They're able to win it, but a shaky win in this team fight so far. And Z Squadron, as long as they disengage, they're really not in the worst spot. I'd be a little bit worried about Zintrex and Notamelon going down, and well, with good reason, as they are in fact defeated. But guys, look, I don't want to be too harsh here, because obviously these players are all good, but I really cannot overstate how a seeming lack of confidence in the 1v1 is causing problems here for Worms. It's forcing a lot of rotation out of Glint to basically babysit this Conduit when that should not be necessary. And it's slowing down the rotation of Worms. I don't think that this is not a good spot to fight. Worms, don't fight here. Dude, you cannot fight on the stairs versus Conduit, man. Like, I feel like this map is so disgusting for that Conduit. You can see the Worms having trouble here, because when you're in these confined spaces, right, you can see how small, how claustrophobic these nodes are. The Conduit is just unstoppable, and Goku is going to go into the downside. That's not really reasonable. The Worms are going to have to disengage this. Worms. Wormglint. Also in a lot of trouble. Is he just dead to the 7 Torment? I'm not sure if he can get out of this. Good support there by Riken. Does kind of save the day here, but Wormglint is not feeling comfortable, in my opinion, in this game. Is not feeling happy in this game, let me tell you that. So much Condi coming through. Something needing some support. Stab Mantra is being recharged. Big stability coming through. Is the healing going to be enough to keep this Conduit alive? They got to keep that rev up. The heal skill comes through. It does connect. But Worms now in trouble, actually. 200 points down. Wormglint flopping over. Is Goku here? He is, but I don't think he has his banner available. No, not for another 10 seconds. That's not going to be possible. $200 points down. Well, I mean, they're 50 points down now. And Worm's going to have to take that fight outnumbered. This is not going to work. This is simply not going to work, guys. The Worms need to find out a plan on how to deal with this. They are just kind of getting steamrolled right now. Like, this double Conduit is very fearsome on this map. And yeah, of course, that Rituals as well. I think Zintrex, honestly, kind of a bit of an unsung hero in this game, actually, for the Z Squadron. He is being a really annoying. Just sitting on, he's role-playing as his warrior main self, AFK on far the entire game, and just being a major issue for the opponent. Now he's going to be fighting on his node. It's a 1v1 he was already winning, by the way. So we're under a lot of pressure here. We're in big trouble. This 1v1 begins, and I mean, Wormglint's dead. That's 15 Torment. It's over. And Riken's dead. Dude, this game's over. This game is over. Worms are out of the tournament. Worms are dead. Worms are over, guys. I'm sorry. They are done. Feels like a bit of a comp issue to me, to be honest. Like a comp issue, not maybe having that double Conduit prepped. And struggling with some of these 1v1s.
Did you see that? Red team.
This is looking tough. Yeah, Zintrex winning the 1v1 as well over here. Like, very convincingly, actually. Is he going to find the kill? He's looking for it. Not quite able to get it, but it's a triple gap, guys. It's game over. Aki dead. Something like dead. Worms dead. No Esprit, no win, man. That's what they say. 400 points now in the pocket for the red team. And it's really not looking good. They're going for one last desperate push. But Aki already falls. Oh, these revs. These Condi revs, man. They're so hard to deal with. The supports just cannot make it work. The supports cannot fight here. And that's it. What a brutal game. What an absolutely brutal game. Look at all these kills. Absolutely brutal game. And it's over. Worms are out. Okay, we actually have a really close game between Team Kira and Team Snowfall. So goated, I want to abuse. Oh yeah, and this is this team as well. Yeah, Benny's team, kind of like the team that did not have NA accounts, playing against Team Snowfall. And oh, actually, red team on a bit of a resurgence here with the double Luminary, 1 power, 1 support. We have Benny on Condi Conduit number 1 and Jinjado on Condi Conduit number 2. Duo of the Thief here as well. I think it has to Shadow Step here, right? Yeah, just to actually survive. Is going to be successful in doing so. They get the double cup. They take out Con. Dude, is Snowfall about to be eliminated? This is a really big problem for them. Snowfall's in big trouble here, guys. They absolutely are. After a very strong performance against the Worms, now having some difficulty against, I don't know what this, wait, what is the team name here actually? Oh wait, isn't this team Bet or something? Wait, no, wait, no, that wasn't their team name. I can't remember that. Oh no, Zero Pulse was their team name. Yeah, it's ZP. Zero Pulse is here. If they get this kill, I think they win the game. They actually win if they get this kill. And I think they're getting it. They do find it. Final warning, Can Talk is dead. Frosty in trouble as well. Kind of isolated in the middle of loads of Zero Pulse members. 14 Torment coming through. That's going to be another kill picked up. And, well, nice decaps here by blue team. But the thing is, they are now in a very, very dire situation, I think. In my personal opinion. 1 Rev chasing over here. It's going to be a long decap over here. As long as this 1v1 doesn't go really, really badly against red, that node will be maintained. But yeah, blue team in a very desperate situation. They need to go big. They need to have a massive victory, honestly, within the next 30 seconds if they want to actually stay in this game. Oh, wait. Not really sure what happened there, but we do actually see a decap from blue team on the windmill. That was, I think, a very major mishap there, but it is what it is. They're able to resecure middle, so that is okay, and they maintain their 70-point advantage. Thief now moves in. Ooh, we actually do have a kill secured by blue team. Like Denshi kind of proving as well, but the Signet, I think, oh yeah, the Signet does come through, and that should now end up basically turning this, right? It does indeed turn that, and now the game, I think, if that kill is secured, the game is well and truly over, but I think we do actually have a res coming through from Alex. Very nice res into a turn kill onto the Condi Rev. They don't want to give up middle. They cannot concede that. Kira gonna have to try and hold this down against Frosty. That's not gonna be easy. Ooh, a bit of a crumble here from ZP. I think some flibbed rotations. They have flibbed their flub at the last second, and Snowfall, keeping it cool, keeping it calm and collected, are actually fighting back in the very late stages of this game. Your death denial has now been secured over here. Will now be fully killed. ZP Kira maybe looking for a decap over there. I actually like that idea, but I think it is going to be denied by Frosty. Lucci Boy gets taken out over here as well. Ooh, this might end up being like one of these really crazy desperation situations. Can this Rev hold on here on middle to give time to the team? Oh, a very disgusting knock, though. Gets the decap, and Snowfall. Ooh, they're looking to come back now. Oh, no, I do feel a little bit bad for Zero Pulse here. I think they have absolutely snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. They had that in the bag, but again, some sloppy rotations. The game would be over if they had not conceded the windmill, guys. Bear that in mind. They accidentally let windmill get decapped. And then just a couple of sloppy rotations have sealed their fate in this game. Snowfall returns. Snowfall comes back. And they're saying, well, we're not going to go out that easy. ZP going for one last YOLO push. But again, that's now the situation is very much reversed. They do not have the time for this. I think I like this decap here, but look at this. Frosty is kind of on it. We'll be able to defend at least one of the nodes. The bleeding will be slow, but again, a 2-cap is all they need. And can they even get rid of Frosty before the game ends? I do not believe that is even remotely possible. This is game over. Snowfall wins. And there is, oh, this is actually the last game. There you go. That's just the way it is. Big comeback there, guys. Very big comeback from our beautiful team Snowfall. So goated, I want to abuse. Boys spectating this match, guys. Boys so goated, I want to abuse. That sounds a bit bad, actually. Okay, here we go. Powerful. I mean, these are some powerful games. It is true. Okay, so now we have Not a Melon versus the Fumo Fumo Fan Club. Some kind of obscure reference. Probably some weeb shit. And then it's going to be... who is it going to be, actually? Snowfall versus Venus, I believe. Which is other French team. Will the other French team do what the Worms cannot? That is the question, guys. All right, here we go. Start the game. Are you guys ready for the finals? You guys ready for the grand finals? Well, it's the semi-finals first, I guess. Shout out to YouTube, by the way. We actually have 170 people watching on YouTube. Be sure to like the video and subscribe. Boom. Frenchies lost to? Frenchies lost to Z Squadron. Venus equals DT. Ah, driven by time. Very nice. Right, is this game going? Okay, well, it looks like to Not a Melon. Yeah. Which, well, I don't know what their official team name is, but I think it's Z Squadron. But they don't put it in here, so I'm not sure. Maybe it's the Z Squadron. Incredible. Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of people watching on YouTube. We do. We absolutely do, guys. Be sure to send in a super chat. Send in a super chat. Join as a channel member. Okay? Incredible value. Incredible gaming. Let me in. Well, both teams taking a bit of a breather, perhaps. Relaxing. Chilling. Preparing themselves for the game ahead. No Demolish, no Z Squadron. Well, I mean, but wait, isn't the Z for Zintrex? Like, how is Demolish related to Z Squadron? He's a founding father. I mean, he is a founding, that is true. Demolish is a founding father. Where is Demolish? I mean, I don't know. Maybe he will return someday. They're not accepting. The game does not exist. This will be pretty interesting. Well, I think this is almost like a mirror match, actually, here, this game. I think they're both running Ritualist, both running Double Conduit. Gonna be a pretty interesting approach. Okay, it's Forest is gonna be the map. Interesting. Both games will decline. I mean, that will be pretty unfortunate. Driven by Time is here, actually. Look at this. Pretty different approach, actually. We have the Amalgam, double Luminary. And yeah, one is support, one is DPS. But a very different build, actually. Scepter Focus. Wait, whoa. Scepter Focus and then sword. So a very different build. This is the diabolical cook of the Luminary, as you can see here. With Sovereign of Light, empowered armaments, and shimmering stances. Big DPS on Radiance, big DPS on Virtues. Is going to be the Condi Conduit here, of course, but only one. Could that be a problem, guys? Could that be a problem to not run double Condi Conduit? Or, you know, maybe even triple, as well. Of course, one is power here on the blue team, but we'll see. I think the other game, man, both these games are pretty spicy, actually. These are some spicy games, man. On the red team, of course, there's Sakaya's team here. With Chocolate, decent Necromancer, yeah. Pretty similar, yeah, is this a mirror? I think it is, right? Yeah, it is. We have Support Guard from the Tower Expert, as you can see here. And then you have the DPS Guard being played, DPS Luminary.
The match starts soon.
Same as Notamelon. And you've got Zintrex on the Ritualist. And then you have the, here it is, guys, the Cancer, the double Condi Conduit. Yep, this is the only major difference. Sometimes you see people play Diabolic Inferno. A lot of other people opt for the Permeating Pestilence. Of course, the condition copy is mega disgusting. When there's like loads of Condi in the team fight, you just copy like 15 Torment onto someone. It's pretty brutal stuff, guys. I'm gonna be honest, right? It is gnarly, let me tell you that. Blue team going with a very standard split. Like, they're worried about the push. Yeah, this is very smart. We see Dra kind of hanging back, just identifying what's going on here. What are the rotations of the red team? Both Necromancers are going to start kind of getting into the action. I feel like red team almost going for a bit of a bait. They're not feeling super committal to this push. Want to back off a little bit, waste a bit of time, figure out what's going on, and then kind of like get into this game here as well. We, of course, have the Conduits here on middle. Zintrex pushing across here as well. That's going to have to be matched. It's not going to be matched by the other Necromancer. It's going to be matched with a Conduit. And I think, honestly, I kind of like that trade for the blue team. Like, having the Necromancer be doing a lot of the 1v1s, I think actually feels pretty good. As long as he doesn't die, which I don't think he should in this fight, actually. Then I think this is kind of good. Like, one less Condi Conduit in the team fight. For red team, I think it's going to be problematic. And blue team, or rather red team, they're going to have to think about that, like how they're actually going to respond to that. Now, of course, Zintrex has to not die in this 1v1, which is going to be easier said than done. But he, of course, does have a good amount of cleanses, a good amount of transfers that will help him actually kind of exist within this fight. Meanwhile, team fight kind of going on over here. Ooh, Skitty in a little bit of trouble. Might have to teleport away there, but needs a target to do that. Tower Expert looking to bring some of the healing here. Is going to have to go for the Signet. Should be able to get that. Does get that. But is blue team going to be able to find that kill? Yeah, they absolutely are. And decent Necromancer is in the mix. Like, this is not where you want to be, in my opinion. This is not exactly fantastic stuff. Might have to go for that transfer in a moment. But yeah, I mean, that's just going to be a death, I think. And a weird, I feel like some slightly weird rotations here. And yeah, Zintrex is doing really well in this 1v1. Like, I really don't like this rotation from red team at all. In my opinion, they need to have their Ritualist just 1v1ing against the other Ritualist. They need to have both of these Condi Revs. They have to have both these Condi Revs, guys, in the fight. This is just not going to work. This simply is not going to work, in my opinion.
Just like that, blue team takes a capture point.
And let's see if they're going to rectify that now. Of course, Chocolate is going to be off the respawn, but blue team looking very, very good so far in this game. And yeah, now we do have the Necromancer, and I think theoretically this is where things can get a bit spicier if we have this trade happen, so Ion Care can actually push into the fights. There's maybe some potential there. We do have a decap on the other side of the map, I believe, which is good. But red team, look, they need to respect this push here. Like, I don't know what's going on here, guys, but a little bit of hesitancy, I feel like, with understanding what's going on. Where is the support for red? The support from red needs to be into the mix. And here we go. The support shows up, gets the heal, but I feel like they're already a little bit behind in this fight there. Luminary taking some pretty big DPS here. Now looking to turn it around, and whoa, that support under pressure. This is just the nature of the game, right? The Luminaries, the support Luminaries are big public enemy #1. You've got to get rid of those. Something is happening over here. Who knows what it is, but it's something, let me tell you that. The team fight is now starting to kick off, though, but I feel like blue team is just a little bit ahead so far. They've got to try and find a way to turn this. Can they find the advantage? Can they find some kind of pressure, some kind of kill that will make this actually work? Looks like blue team, ooh, they're gonna find that kill. Yeah, they do. As like one of the Rits just kind of, oh, sorry, one of the conduits just kind of like falls over, if anything, and red team is not having a good time into these team fights, to be honest. Like, I think they've maybe found the better rotations here now, but they need to find some kills. They do need to find kills. Oh, if they can get this conduit, that is really big. Ion Care now moving in, but the support is on the way. There is Signet of Mercy too, so
like
even if there is a downstate, it is recoverable. But the healing is obviously massive as well. And in fact, it's going to be the Umfi's Kisser that's going to go down. Signet comes through, does get that revival. Let's see if red team can now kind of mount a bit of an assault here. But we already have the one of the conduits leaving to an uncontested node. What is this? Going for Beast? Huh? What on earth is going on in this game, guys? This is very uncharacteristic. Like, these are good players. I don't know what is happening here. These are some very weird mistakes that are being done. Wait, moves over to the Beast, but pulls it? Wait, what is he worried about? There's no threat of a decap. What is happening here? I mean, this is... Yeah, this is not good. Like, the red team is not doing what they need to do here. I don't really know what to say. They do get the Beast, which I guess is something, but of course, like, leaves the team essentially outnumbered in a 4v5 for all of that time, for like over a minute at this stage. Now it's kind of rotating into middle for this 1v2, but like, does it? I don't know. I really don't like this. I really dislike this rotation from red. Like, this is kind of trolling in my opinion. Like, we need the second conduit here in my opinion. As opposed to over there. I guess it kind of works out because the support end up rotating out of that fight, so there's no support in this fight over here. So maybe there's some potential, but it's not enough. Tower Expert could not keep this alive, and I just think like a huge bungled kind of like mid-game here, a couple of minutes by red. Like, they were holding on pretty well, but they just completely lose on the rotation here. And Tower Expert also in a lot of trouble. Does get the Virtue Bomb off, but yeah, just falls immediately afterwards. And this is an absolute nightmare for red. Like, they need to do something here. They do have the Hens, which is honestly what's keeping them in the game as of right now, but Ion Care is taking big pressure. Zintrex looking to actually push into this node as well. There's no answer to Zintrex here, really, because Ion Care kind of wants to contest middle. Beast being picked up by the 3-time Motor Champ. Decent Necromancer in a 1v2. What? Dude, this game is a complete clown fiesta. Ion Care should be able to make it to actually at least contest, which is something. Does contest this node, but red team, they need to win a fight yesterday. They need to win this team fight. They going for a big repush. Chocolate still alive. Skitty is now also coming back into the mix. They will have all of their players here, but they don't want to engage too early, in my opinion, right? They have to actually chill out just a little bit. But they've engaged like too soon here, and blue team, they realize that they pounce. They know that they don't have like their full force just yet. Now they do, of course, but Necromancer is just dead here. Signet coming through. I think it should land. It does, but we need to see a restabilization. Oh, and the transfer gets interrupted. The CC really on point from the blue team, shutting down that Necromancer big time. And this is just, what is going on here? What on earth is going on here, my friends? I don't really know, but it's certainly not good for the red team, let me tell you that. I think red team's just dead, to be honest. I think they're just dead, no? Yeah, I mean, okay then. Weird game, I suppose. I really just think that red team just did not know what to do here rotationally. Just got completely lost in the source. We do actually have a potential 1v1 victory here from Ion Care, which is really nice, but the support is rotating in to kind of at least restabilize that. Yeah, it does get the restabilization. I kind of want, I do want to, oh, it's not even a support, it's just like the DPS Luminary, in fact, it's coming in to actually help out a little bit. Is there any potential for red to win here? I mean, there's tiny potential if they're able to win a fight, but they need to do it now. I'm curious, like, what does the other game look like? Is that game also relatively close? It is actually. Snowfall currently winning in a fairly favored manner, but blue team now locking in that triple cap. Making it happen, making it work. Ion Care in trouble. Is going to be able to survive here, I think, with the assistance of the DPS Luminary, but Is there even enough time to win at this stage? I do not believe that is to be the case. I do not think that is the case at all, guys, unfortunately, for the red team. They are going to be eliminated from this tournament. Yeah, I mean, they are jumping. It is very funny, right? They spam the call to anguish a lot. It's a good skill, guys, right? It has the follow-up ability too, right? You kind of like smash onto the ground and do like big damage at the same time. So a very potent skill. Because a lot of conditions getting applied there. And yeah, that's going to be the end of that. Red team is done. Let's take a look at the other game. How is Snowfall so goated? I want to abuse doing. And they're also looking pretty good at the same time over here. Red team trying to make some kind of recovery here. They're going to get the double cap. So they're not out of this yet. There you go. They have the... Wait, it's not a double cap. It's only a single cap. I think they lost middle. Diabolical cooking. Ooh. I think the game ends, though, unfortunately. Yeah, that res does not come through. Diabolical Cook is going to go down. Akari Dawnflower. Oh, heal skill interrupted. That is really painful. Might just be able to survive anyway, though. Some good use of the mobility from the Luminary, and boom, gets the heal off there as well. So, bunch of Condi Cleanse comes through. But 2 kills on the block, and blue team, yeah, they're just going to lock it in with the Beast as well. They're going for the Beast. The Condi Conduit is going to absolutely shred the Chieftain here to finish off this game in just a couple of seconds. It's going to be Snowfall versus Z Squadron finals. This has been a really weird monthly, guys. I don't know what to tell you. A very weird monthly. Type GG. Dude, I'm telling you, look, driven by time is Giga PMA. Like, Freyr is one of those PMA players in existence. Of course he types GG. Driven by time is very PMA, guys. Very, very PMA. $6K Torment ticks. I mean, look, guys, Conduit's pretty good. I don't have to tell you. Conduit, pretty good. Pretty good. Strong build. Strong build. All right, to the finals we will go in just a moment. Prepare yourselves, gamers. Prepare yourselves, prepare yourselves, prepare yourselves. I wonder what map it's going to be. We're about to find out. Honk honk. I mean, yeah, that was an absolute clown show of a game. I don't know what that was, to be honest. Frog wide? I mean, pretty much, yeah. That was a frog wide scenario. Any frog fans? Any frog enjoyers, guys? I will have you know that frogs are banned. Fully banned. All right. Let's see what's going on there. Snowfall so goated, I want to abuse here in the finals. Guys, please do not type OS Frog in the chat. OS Frog is not allowed. It is forbidden. It is the forbidden emote, the illegal emote, if you will. Oh, that is incredibly entertaining. I wonder if we're going to see, yeah, not a melon on the thief here. I do like that, actually. That I do like to see. Because this is a map where you are going to get some value out of that mobility. The shadow portal is going to be really good as well. And it's actually going to be a Gale shot coming out from Kuba as well. I think to kind of almost like have something that's mobile there. Like, because they need some way of contesting the thief. Otherwise, they are going to have a big problem. They need to contest that thief. Let's see what the Gale shot cook is going to look like. Of course, double Condi conduit on both sides, guys. We love to see that. We absolutely do. We have the support Luminary being played as well. Double support Luminary. One for each team. A DPS Luminary for the blue team. And of course, no Ritualist. The Ritualist from Zintrax is going to be played over here on the red team. I do like the Ritualist, to be honest. I think it's actually been providing a lot of value here in these 1v1s, in those team fights. Wielder's Boon being used there just to have even more Condi cleanse, right? Like more Condi cleanse on the Weapon of Remedy, giving that full block to everyone. The same with the Zinray's weapon as well. A lot of value there, guys. And of course, every weapon skill is a double Condi cleanse as well. Ooh, not a man going for the reroll. I wonder if this could be an Evoker. Or if it's going to be the Luminary again. Let's see what the approach is going to be for the red team. A little bit. Oh, actually, hold on. We're having some trickery going on by both teams. It's not going to be the Gale shot. It is going to be that power conduit. And Notamelon is, in fact, going to be playing on the power Luminary. What is Denshi going to be playing here? That's the big question. Oh, it's going to be a Troubadour. Wait, I'm not sure about that. So we're actually playing a double support approach here. Wait, no, wait, whoa, what is this? This is a very interesting build. We are actually playing a hybrid style approach with Inspiration Illusions Troubadour. So we do have a very unusual cook being used here by the blue team. Let's see if it's actually going to go ahead and pay off.
Red team got a capture point.
And here we have Zintrax doing his thing. He's pushing over there to the other side of the map. Now, this is, of course, a very big map where team fights are not even necessarily really guaranteed. Anything could happen, to be honest here. It may end up being fairly diffuse with how the fighting actually ends up going. Con now going for the heal, and Zintrax actually already under pressure here against that Condir. We have seen Frosty do very, very well in these 1v1s, so not terribly surprising to see Zintrax have a little bit more of a challenge compared to some of the previous Revenants he's been facing in this tournament so far. Teamfight just kind of raging onwards here, I have to say. Zintrax in a lot of trouble. Is that going to be a kill? Oh, it is. Dude, Frosty is just a beast. And we actually do have the kill coming through onto Notamelon here on middle. Man, dude, Frosty MVP. He is hard carrying this team, actually. Holy shit. Like, Frosty is a monster. Bear in mind, guys, Zintrax is a very good 1v1 player and has been kind of crushing conduits this entire tournament and is really having problems dealing with Frosty. I feel like everyone has been, though, actually. Frosty just destroys in this game. Absolute destruction. Oh, that's a really unfortunate kill. Couldn't quite get the reinforced. Zintrax just trying to help out the support, but could not quite make it. And Dra also gets picked up on middle. Is there a res potential? No, there is not. Zintrax is in trouble here. Okay. Oh, that bleed on that guard is a little bit annoying. And Loki Heike is in trouble here as well. And Zintrax is going to fall. Oh, this is a really, really bad start for red team. They are in trouble right now. I think they have to, they just have to reset. They have to reset. They just have to reset.
Blue team grabbed a capture
they have to wait for Zintrax here. Oh, they're getting a little bit overeager. I think this is not where they want to go. They're going in too early. I'm not a fan of this, guys. Of course, blue team could potentially overextend, but this is very, very risky from red. They are currently outnumbered. Notamelon is going to fall, I think. He's in renewed focus. We do now have the Necromancer. Zintrax is in the mix. Can they actually manage to win this fight? They have it now even. Let's see if they can continue to progress in this fight. They've managed to hold on in the outnumbered state for a little bit of a while here. Let's see how this is going to go. Of course, the power conduit very likely going to be the focus, I would say. Well, a lot of damage coming through. It's very difficult to see like who is actually winning this game, to be completely honest with you. There goes the distort on everyone. The big healing comes through from the Troubadour. So far, the fight appears to be fairly stable. Now we actually have Team Snowfall going for a big push. They have the triple capturing all of this, so that's super annoying. Zintrax going for the decap. I like that. That's risky, but I feel like that is the winning play. Inferior class in trouble, getting chased down. There's no signet. Cooldowns are not looking super hot. Does use those forge abilities to get that reset. Renewed focus now coming through. Or rather is available here. Back into this fight. And I think Blue, they've got to back off a little bit here. They're maybe pushing their luck a bit. They've got to watch out for this. Frosty once again in that 1v1. Not a melon under a lot of pressure. Do we have a renewed focus? We do not. That is a big target here for the blue team. They're surging towards that kill. They want to see if they can find that kill. But they've got to be a little bit careful. A lot of DPS onto the Rev at the same time. Conduit able to hold on. Denshi is going to die here. And yeah, maybe a little bit aggressive here on this one. Snowfall looking good, but yeah, they have to defuse it. Oh my God. Frosty 1v20. Frosty is 1v10 billion. Secures the win onto Zintrex again convincingly. This game is not winnable like this, huh? No, they can't win. Red team has to solve this. They have to solve this. They have to commit draw into Frosty or something. They cannot leave this 1v1 like this, guys. This is an unwinnable game. If they allow Frosty to farm like this. No, surely he doesn't get the top buff. Dude, this go. What? No, no, no. Yeah, it's 1v9. Frosty 1v9. Gets the top buff as well. Can he actually get the contest? Maybe just barely. Maybe with Alex here as well. I don't know why they're not contesting. I don't know about that one, but okay. Well, that wasn't that good, but okay. Everything else was pretty good. Oh, this is a really big problem for the Z Squadron. They do have this 1v1 over here, and yeah, I don't think that Connor's going to be happy about this. But we do have the potential for the power conduit to rotate into this and potentially secure a kill at the same time. But the point differential is just so big. This is such a big problem. If this kill is secured, this is so unbelievably bad here for the Z Squadron. Can the 3-time Motor champ make it happen one more time and somehow survive this? Well, I mean, yes. Yeah, 22 stacks of Torment. Have fun with that. And Alex is stuck in a wall. No, I know he's not actually. Just like his nameplate is, he's not actually in the wall. We're okay in that regard. Oh, but this is such a long road to recovery here for the red team. Con in this 1v, I'm not the biggest fan of this. Snowfall they have like slightly fumbled here. I think they need to actually solve these rotations a bit as red team has tried to shake it up just a little bit. Inferior class taking a beating from that power conduit. But Snowfall, as long as they just get a full repack here, they should be okay. They're going for it now. Support rotating in, renewed focus. No signet, bear that in mind, guys. We have no res available. No Frosty for a while in this fight, so this is red team with the advantage, at least for the time being, until Frosty is back into the mix. So blue, they have to actually play this smart. They have to play this safe. They can't overcommit as of right now, otherwise they will find themselves yet again staggered. Frosty is now back into this game. Does need to immediately start peeling out here for the remainder of the team. Is doing that successfully, but blue team, they still hold this node. They're getting more points. Denshi into the mix as well. On the map, Dra, under pressure, under these condis, trying to be supported by Notamelon, and of course the inferior class rotating in as well at the same time. Is it gonna be enough though? So far it is. Red team is holding. Bottom buff is here. Is there a contest? I believe there is from Denshi. Here he is. Denshi contest that bottom buff. We have this 1v1 that will continue, but still points being accumulated by the blue team. They are pushing forwards here towards victory. Notamelon under a bit of heat, but so is Con at the same time. Frosty surging forwards, looking for that kill, looking for that 1v9. I do like what red team has done though. They have adapted. They have actually adapted here pretty effectively. But they do need a little bit more than this if they want to recover in this game. Con in trouble, is going to have to renew pretty soon here, I think. Actually, maybe not. Does still have his F2 Virtue available. And, of course, his own barrier. But this fight just continues to rage. Ooh, final warning. Can talk in trouble in Notamelon, looking for that kill. Is the support somehow going to be enough? He's finally got 300 health. The heal comes through and he actually survives just barely. And now wants to turn it around onto the 3-time Motor champ and lands a crushing blow onto the conduit. Not enough to get the kill though. And the fight remains relatively stable, at least for the time being. It looks like we want to see a kind of a bit of a spread here coming through. Snowfall not feeling super happy happy about how these fights are going. Alex taking some serious heat here, might end up dying, does have his cleanse up in a couple of seconds, is able to do so. There we go, and they're just going to be taking this fight, continuing to contest here. Bottom buff is just, I mean, it's going to be an infinite stall fest, right? Like, it's going to get a little bit weird. Denshi continuing to fight into this conduit on that Troubadour. Very interesting cook here at the last second. How is Alex doing? Actually not very well at all. Needs some peel from the team. Do they have that? Do they have what it takes? Very nice port there. Oh, but actually Denshi is going to go down. So that does mean there needs to be a response, or we are going to see a cap coming through. Zintrax, though, in a little bit of trouble, and red team actually starting to find themselves a bit of potential. I think they're just going to concede the buff because they already are 2-capped anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. Denshi in trouble. Zintrax looking for this cap, looking for that victory. Con going to go for the decap here as well at the same time, but Snowfall looking to actually die here. Alex goes for the res. He does manage to get it. The cap is going to come through. Dervlin going to go for that decap, or rather the contest over there on the other side of the map. Clown Fiesta. Oh, that is a brutal pull. Is it going to generate kills? The heal is absolutely massive. The 1v1 continues. The adaptation of the rotation from the red team has been very, very good, though. The decap is being attempted. Who is going to win this team fight? It is absolutely neck and neck so far. Damage is going out here, there, and everywhere. Decaps are being found. Red team crawling back into this. Snowfall need to find something if they want to actually lock in their victory. They have not been able to do that. Another decap is going to be found by Denshi, though. That's going to buy them a little bit of time. Frosty in trouble here. Big damage now coming in. They're able to hold off, at least for the time being, but they need to get themselves a node in this game. They do not have one as of right now. Oh, hold on, though. That is going to be a kill to Dervlin. They've got to cleave that out, though. The Signet is available. Is it going to land? It absolutely is. However, we do now have this node being threatened, but Zintrax is here. That means the power conduit is going to have to actually handle this, which may not be entirely trivial. Denshi in trouble is going to be forced to drop out of this fight. Maybe look to put some pressure onto middle. That honestly wouldn't be the worst thing for them in the universe. If they can get that node, that is going to be really, really big. This 1v1 is simply not going to happen, though. For that power conduit, but actually, hold on, maybe it's feeling like he wants to go for some absolutely ruthless aggression and wants to find that kill onto Zintrax. Can they do it? Yes, they can. There is no res, and the inferior class does go down here as well. They have to go for that res. Not a melon committing to it, is able to find it, but that does mean that Zintrax is going to be killed on the other side of the map there as well. Can Snowfall find more here? The cap does come through. Denshi is obviously going to match that over here at the same time. Frosty going to contest into Loki, Heike at the same time. We are in a crazy situation here. It's going to be one node apiece, at least for the time being. This 1v1 is a big deal. If Frosty wins this, I actually think it may even win the game for the team. So that's obviously something to really, really kind of keep in mind there as well. BonkyCon moving in. Oh, that's going to be spooky for Zintrax. That's going to be a lot of damage coming through onto the Ritualist, onto the Necromancer. Oh, we actually do have a kill, though, onto the power conduit. Alex going for the Signet. Is he going to be able to find it? Yes, he absolutely is. The res comes through. Can he hold on, though? The stability is good. The healing is good. But actually, Frosty loses the 1v1. That is not what they need to see. That actually could be an inverse game-winning move here for Dervlin as he finds that 1v1 into Frosty. That will be a secured cap.
Did you see that? Red team got a capture point.
But of course, the points are getting very, very spicy now. Con gonna go for that contest at the same time. Yeah, they really want this decap. Oh, cancels the heal skill. I think he's dead, actually. Oh, no. That is a brutal throw there from the blue team. That is really, really catastrophic. I actually think that we just saw a throw here from Team Snowfall. Oh, no. Actually dies at the last second. I believe we are going to be potential. We do see a decap here. But is that enough? Denshi can't leave, I feel like. You cannot leave that. You cannot concede this node at this stage in the game. That is something that is illegal. Wait, what is going on here? Just ignores the decap. What is happening in this match? I think red team are actually going to make this happen. The decap comes through. Yeah, the renewed focus is going to deny the decap. That is going to be a kill. The buff is up. But Notamelon is here to contest. And yeah, red team wins this. I don't think there's any realistic prospect of blue winning this. What on earth happened here? Like, blue team with a catastrophic fumble. I really do not know what else to tell you. That is absolutely hilarious. Oh no. And yeah, this game is all but over as the 3-time Moda champ locks it in for this game. What a finals. Goodness me. What a game. And a win for the Z Squadron. Goodness me. Goodness me. Draw does it again. Frosty was not 1v9 enough. What happened in this game? To be fair, I do think that Red Team really realized that the rotation of the Necromancer was not working. It was not working at all. Yeah, 3-time Motor Champ into monthly AT win. Yeah, that's exactly right. 100%. I mean, I wanted to tell you that, like, that was quite the game, guys. That was absolutely quite the game. Goodness me. Goodness me. Yeah, I mean, you can't lose with draw. You absolutely cannot lose with draw, guys. He is unstoppable. He is unstoppable. No draw, no win. Yeah. No draw, no win, man. No draw, no win. Dude, that's really heartbreaking though for the for Snowfall there. That is really tragic. Goodness me. Goodness me. Frost will start playing again. It's a different Frosty. I think, funny enough, Frosty is playing right now, or at least he is currently playing Guild Wars 2, but it's not that one. It is not that one, guys. USA one? I don't know what happened on it, but I would assume so, yeah. Yeah, Draw cannot lose. He literally cannot lose. Frostball in Motor 4? I mean, yeah, maybe. Maybe he returns. Yeah. I mean, this is such a weird monthly, man. Like, I don't know what happened. There was no 55. Worms, like, I don't even know what Worms were doing. They were doing some weird shit. This is a very chaotic, very chaotic monthly, that's for sure. And what a wacky game there. A wacky comeback game. Goodness me. Wow. Wow. Sin versus Toka, Motor 4. I'd look, that would be a repeat of Motor 1, right? It will be a full reset situation. And look, crazy stuff can happen when you're at the start of an expansion, guys. It absolutely can. Wacky stuff can happen. He's destroying it on stream? But why, though? What is the... He wants to send a message to the world. I mean, what is that message? That he doesn't want the laurel. He has no respect for laurels. He's not a fan. Listen to the message. Double rev, double guard. I mean, yeah, look, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you guys. Double rev, double guard. It's popping off. It's pumping. You miss Evoker? Well, I mean, maybe you should play Evoker. You should join the tournament and play Evoker. Be the change that you want to see, guys. Be the change that you want to see. Oh, that's funny. How serious are you going to playing Guild Wars Reforged? Any guild possibility there? Well, I mean, the thing is, realistically, not that seriously at all. I'll probably play a little bit of hardcore, but bear in mind, there's 0 new content being added, right? There's like 0 new content being added, and ultimately, nothing's really changing. Like, it's not like a new game or fresh servers or anything, right? It is still the same thing. Ah, boys with the raid. What? Why didn't you play, boys? Okay, you didn't want to play into those conduits? Yeah? What happened? Weren't feeling the loving embrace of the conduits? Wasn't down for that? I was trying to keep my eyes open. Well, it was a pretty interesting AT though, to be honest. Like some crazy stuff happened there. I think some pretty major upsets throughout the tournament. Yeah, I mean, finals was good though. I mean, yeah, finals was pretty exciting. That's for sure. Some crazy stuff going on there. Some wacky stuff. Yeah, Dervlin's just deleting all of it. He's deleting the title scroll. It's going. It doesn't exist anymore. He did keep the Mystic Coins though, guys. He kept the Mystic Coins. I'm exposing him. I am exposing him. He didn't delete the MCs. That's a true PvPer right there. He's deleting the gizmo. But why? What is the motivation here? What is his end game? What is the end game here, guys? Is he gonna click yes? That's the question. I think he did it. He deleted it. There you go. It's over. Wait, did he do it or not? His endgame is to ask AI to restore. I mean, that is powerful, actually. That is a powerful endgame. There you go. He turned the stream off. That's it. It's over. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. For more motos, those are the real tournaments. Well, I mean, I guess that's a perspective, I guess. Monday AT is for fun. Well, I guess that is accurate. Well, you guys should have played then. Okay? Also, Moto 4 is only conduits. Well, that's why we have the rule. Okay? We have the rule. You can't have like 5 conduits. It's not allowed, guys. This is finished. Well, I mean, the tournament's over, yeah. I'll probably stream a little bit more, but that's it. None of them was busy coping on Throne Liberty. No, that's actually not the case. Like, Notamelon didn't want to play because I didn't want to unban literally every player. That is the actual reason why. Real. I mean, it is real. Like, that is indeed the case. How is ArenaNet? I never know the monthly T5s even best of 3. That would be cool, actually. I don't know how that would work technologically, but that would be pretty cool, yeah, if it was a best of 3. But best of 1 is also pretty spicy. So, you know, best of 1 allows for like more crazy stuff to happen, kind of like the finals we just saw. I'm glad you enjoy the Ritualist, Andy. Moda is also for fun. That is true. Can I continue work tomorrow? Wait, what do you mean? You mean doing the prize stuff? I mean, yeah, you can do all the prize stuff. If you run out of stuff in the guild bank, I have some of it on the ERP Lord. Jeff has to be unbanned though, because yeah, like I have some of the stuff here. So the stuff is finished. Wait, what? Wait. I need more context here, Lynn. DM me. Have you already done the stuff for? Have you done like USA and 55?
Always be loyal to your crew.
Bro is asking for more work. Of course he is. He loves work. He is a productive individual. But I mean, broadly speaking, the answer is no. I have to resolve a couple of things first. Literally open our DMs. Okay, yeah, still no. Yo, MM, 10 gifted subs. I absolutely love to see that. Are you doing Guild Wars on Hardcore again? Yeah, we'll probably go back and resume the Hardcore, yeah, and continue. MM drops 10 subs, daily 10 subs. Daily 10 subs. Minutely 10 subs. Secondly 10 subs. Peepo gift, Kermit gape. That's a powerful combo, actually. Draw got a sub from that? I mean, look, he deserves it. Draw activated. He unleashed his full power in the finals. He actually didn't even use his full power in Moto 3, by the way, guys. Like, that was only like a fraction of his power. He actually saved his full power level for monthly AT finals. You've got to bear that in mind, guys. Like, that was his true, you know, his true power level. Who won? The Z Squadron has won. Draw has built-in plot armor. I mean, yeah. Draw has never lost motor. He has never lost motor, guys. Always bear that in mind. That finals was crazy as well. Because it like, unironically, it came down to like a cancelled heal skill. Like, I do think that Red Team did a very good job there because they were really struggling in the early game with the way they were rotating the Necro, and then they just stopped doing that, and then they won the game. So, I mean, there you go. Like, classic Guild Wars 2 PvP moment, guys. Classic moment. Wait, someone is messaging me. Ah, absolutely beautiful stuff, guys. Guild MM has gifted 2,267 subs in total. What do we think about that, guys? That's kind of impressive, right? That's a lot of subs. Wait, why can't I take the bird again? Buying equity? Dude, like, bro hasn't even gifted 5K subs yet. That's casual shit. Wait, actually, hold on a minute. Wait, okay, hold on. Let's actually see. Who has the all-time gifted sub record? Okay, hold on. I'm changing the leaderboard to all time. If I will it work now? Oh shit. Okay, there we go. If you refresh, you can see the all-time record. The all-time record is Nudge Meme. Oh, I think it's actually Ashmite, but I think Ashmite deleted his Twitch account. Interesting enough, actually. Yeah, I think he deleted his Twitch account, so it doesn't show up anymore. But Nudge Meme, 3,000 gifted subs. Guild MM, 2.2K. Mad Reverser, 540. 1K. Leo, 600. Collider, 566. Falco, 550. Lance, 526. Roy, 466 subs. Topic EU, 372. And Alcar, 361. So there you go. Like, that is the all-time top gifters. Oh, dude, look at this, though. The all-time top cheerers. Ashmite. This is actually a crazy number. 130,000 bits. Topic, 102K bits. Pang, 44K bits. Neuronuts, 32K bits. Robert Spectral, 26K bits. Ruick, 25K. Just Mini W, 20K. Joe Ironbeard, 20K. Ben P. ArenaNet Ben P. User Ben P. 20K, and Alcar with 20K as well. Wow. That's incredible, guys. The all-time simp leaderboards. We love to see it. Ah, is that monthly AT winner Zintrex in the chat? We love to see that. The subject Pang Dragon's End situation. I mean, yeah, for sure. Dude, that was messed up, man. That was a messed up situation. Legendary Open? Yeah, this is a Legendary Greatsword. The Suwon one. Yeah. Wait, I mean... Wait. What, aren't you... Wait. Can you really... Do you have really any room to talk on this, Salad? I'm not sure if you do. Oh boy, this is very bad. Get me out. Get me out of here. Ah. Oh, I'm fucked. It's over, guys. It's over. It is so over. It has never been more over. Goodness me. Our tag just ported away. Not sure what happened there. On your main? No. Nice rage rate. What is this clip?
Zintrex, yeah, but Zintrex is bad.
What?
You know, Zintrex. Let it. I'm not gonna go around it. Zintrex is bad.
I want to be able to say stuff like that. It's just such a silly thing to say. We had drama in that time, and I guess it is what it is then. Little drama, little bit of drama, bit of beef, PvP situation. Zintrex throwing the flashbang. Look, Zintrex is reformed now, okay? This was old Zintrex. This is unreformed Zintrax. He is now reformed. Looks pretty cinematic though, doesn't it? Yeah. Once again, no Esprit, no win. Yeah, it's a bit of a running theme, isn't it, Goku? Is that patch? I think they did fix that, yeah. Oh, shit. That is not good. Ugh. Yeah, the problem is I don't have enough. I don't need Shroud. I think if I had Shroud at the start there, that would have been pretty playable, actually. I didn't have any juice. I was juiceless. You got montage? I mean, wow. Dude, I lost to a roaming build on a Zerg build. Oh god, how will I ever recover from this terrible defeat? Ice Fruit Saga Teapot. I feel like I look exactly the same in that video, to be honest. I don't see much of a difference. I think I have the camera a little bit smaller there. So I am smaller. You're not wrong in that that video. You're wider here? I mean, that is true, but I'm pretty sure that's just the camera is bigger. Oh, we have some mail. Motor 4 Enjoyer. Pros prize for life. Listen, say this to my main, yeah? I will put it in the guild bank, say it to my main. I'll tell you what. Look, okay, hold on. I'm not promising Motor 4. There's a number of reasons why I'm not. Say it to my main if you want to. But well, actually also maybe don't send it at all. Like, I can't promise you Motor 4 yet. I have a couple of things I need to resolve. I'm not gonna take your gold for something that may not exist. No, I know you do, Dervlin, but I cannot promise it. Anyway, you guys won't even play, okay? You won't even play. Maybe I'll do Motor 4 if you guys actually commit to playing. How about that? I would like to do Motor 4, but there's a couple of my copium has been slightly drained because of a recent incident. And it has demotivated me a little bit. So let me sort that out, and then I'll get back to you. But yeah, if you said to my main, I'll put it in the guild bank. And then I will look. I'll tell you what, Dervlin. I'll make a new tab in my spreadsheet just for you. Okay, you do deserve it. After defeating Frosty 1v20 in the mirror 1v1, I have made the Motor 4 tab in my spreadsheet. There you go. Enjoy. How does it feel? How does that feel? That there is now the Motor 4 spreadsheet officially existing. There is a spreadsheet, guys. There is 100% a spreadsheet. It is confirmed that there is a spreadsheet. Oh. Can we just get this guy? No. Leak the incident? I mean, we'll see. It's well, it's depressingly predictable, unfortunately. If Motor 4 doesn't happen, Guild Wars 3 is cancelled. Really fast 100 Ectos, monthly AT VOD, fun finals. Yeah, very exciting finals, actually. No giveaway hell today? Nah, giveaway hell will probably, I guess, conclude tomorrow. Oh no. I'm being rezzed. We're good. We're so back. We are so back, guys. Let's see, who do we want to go after? I think no one. I think there's too many of them. This is a runaway moment. Yeah, the Deadeye got a little greedy there. Support Rit Viable and Guild Wars in World vs. Sword? I think so, yeah, you can play it. Don't see why not. Dude, look at all these spirits. Look how many spirits we have. They're everywhere. I think I actually left too soon, though. Yeah, we do have an undead army. We need more slop. Listen, guys, okay? You have to give me some time to generate all of the slop content that I know you desire. I have to recover after the tournament and kind of like get my life back on track. I've had a very busy couple of months. I'd actually like to spend some time. I'd like to have some time for myself, to be completely honest with you. And that is what I will do. But have no fear, your regular dose... Wait, what's this guy doing? Your regular dose of slop will be inbound. Do not be afraid. You truly are despicable, brother. Well, that would only be if I wanted to take your slop. I'm not here to steal your slop. Dude, you know what game is living in my... Okay, look. This is going to sound a little bit mean, guys, but I just... in my mind right now, I just have this... I have it replaying of, like, Sakaya running to the other side of the map and, like, going to the beast or not going to the beast. Like that was an insane fucking moment. Like, what was happening there? I wonder what their thought process was. I think they were really worried about someone pushing, I guess. But then there was, like, a call to, no, come mid. No, go back. I don't even know what was going on. That was like crazy. I don't know what was happening there. That was just a crazy, insane moment in that game. It was probably very chaotic on their comms, if I had to guess. What team are we on? Let's see. We're on Bavanisos right now. Oh. I have light aura. The luminary is juicing me. You truly are despicable, brother. Where winds meet. I know a lot of people who are playing that game, but I don't find myself particularly interested. I'm a man of narrow interests, guys. I do my things. I engage in a variety of activities. Please give me some stab. You are a heal firebrand. No. Brother, the tall, skinny gods have granted me stab mantra charges. Me, brother. Sometimes it does feel like that. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It does feel like that sometimes. I'm like in a world versus world squad. There's like 7 guards. Like, brother, may I have some stab? No. They just don't press it. They don't press it, guys. They just don't press it. They don't want to. They have no desire to press it. I have already consumed the stab, brother. Do not reach the desired boon girth to be corrupted, brother. They expect one of us in the wreckage, brother. That's that we're kind of leading into Bane now as well. Dude, we can destroy the Lord. Look at the Lord getting annihilated. $40 stream streak. Wow. That's crazy. Bit of a situation here. I'm logging in. I'm seeing if Dervlin sent stuff to my main. Let's see if he did it. Let's see if we have the first contribution to the Motor 4 prize pool. I'm logging into the ERP Lord. Let's see what we got. Here's the Motor 4 prize pool. Kermit Gabe. I actually haven't accepted all this stuff. He didn't send it. He didn't send it. He's a scammer, guys. He scammed me. He scammed all of you. Unlucky. Motor 4 on the day of Motor 3. I'm not sure about that. I would like to do Motor 4, but there are some obstacles to Motor 4 existing that would have to be overcome. What are the obstacles? Heard you're giving away legendaries. Is that true? Yeah, tomorrow I think I'll do the rest of them. I'm not going to do today. I'm probably not going to stream much longer. I actually want to. It's probably pretty obvious, guys, but there is something that's actually really bothering me. It's nothing to do with it's nothing to do with the monthly AT or anything or today's stream, but I will admit something has come to light that I am very personally upset by. That I will not reveal just yet. It is related to the game, but not anything specific. It didn't happen. It's not saying that. Well, I don't know. Is what it is. No, it's nothing to do with discourse. No, it's not to do with it. It's not to do with anyone returning to the game. Although that would already happen. I knew about that. That's been around for a while. That's not new. Reveal us the info, brother. I might do. It's one of those things that, like, it depends how pissed off I get. Like, if I get really annoyed, maybe I will just talk about it on stream. Otherwise, I'll probably just, like, get rid of it and move on. No daily subs. Leak the discourse. Nah, it would be irresponsible to right now. I've already said too much, to be honest. In fact, if you were actually paying attention, I've already said exactly what happened. It's just that I said it in a very indirect way. Mystical T, but I am indeed mystical. As a healer in a wild dungeon, can I just leave a player dead forever if I want to? No reses at checkpoints. I mean, you should res them like after combat ends. Like they can release, but you know, obviously that means they have to like run back to you. So in general, if you have like a res ability, you're going to be expected to like res anyone who's dead like after the encounter is over. But obviously, like if you're right next to a checkpoint, then there's obviously not much point in resing someone, yeah. And it's more of like a boss encounter thing. Like if it's in trash, they should just be releasing immediately, like almost all the time. There are a couple of exceptions to that, like depending on dungeon layout and so on. But like almost all the time, yeah, you should just release. I am defeated. Wait, I'm alive. Ow.
May the stars guide you.
What was the hardest Hall of Wonders that you dealt with in Guild Wars 1? Honestly, it's like one of the grindy ones. It's like the ones where you have to... to be honest, like, this is why Hall of Monuments is actually kind of good, in my opinion. They're actually like very biteable tasks, if that makes any sense, right? They are, each individual task on the Hall of Monuments is not that hard. But there's just a lot of them, right? That add up. Emergency waypoint. Oh, shit. Let's get in there. I'm going in. Do you think the undisclosed Guild Wars 2 IP discussion there, but then see talks about Guild Wars 1 Remaster or Guild Wars 3? Guild Wars 3. Found the post. Dude, this was actually so brutal. This was so fucking brutal. Dude, I have 1K upvotes. I am farming karma here. Holy shit. Dude, yo. Did you discover Guild Wars 1 right at the start? You pick up... I played it in Prophecies, yeah, before Factions came out. When you have an apology post. And dude, this is not even really... well, I guess it is kind of an apology post, but it's more of a fucking nuke. Yeah. Also, this was a really fucking nice bonus meme. Okay, look, this is actually like how dominant Hardstuck was at the time in terms of like open world meta and especially Su 1. Is that so? Basically, what happened was that Pang was baiting people into other maps by like talking about giveaways or some shit. But you know the really funny thing? We had so many maps running that all of the people who got baited out of the map got into another map that was also run by us, right? Which doesn't make it better, to be fair, but you know, it is at least kind of funny. Yeah. It happened exactly once. Yeah, I mean, like this is you know, if you want my actual opinion on this kind of stuff, guys, I actually think that this was a very unfortunate but necessary decision that had to be made. I actually think, for what it's worth, Pang didn't deserve this, actually. I would say that. But at the end of the day, because of the way the internet works, and especially the Guild Wars 2 subreddit, it was this or completely demolish the reputation of the guild forever, right? And I don't know, that's unfortunately a very easy decision. Did you fear getting cancelled back then? I mean, no. Realistically, I've got Guild Wars 2 plot armor. You guys are never going to get rid of me. But I was definitely concerned about, like, this being very inconvenient for me. Yoink. Dragon's End still fails, Epoch still fails, Starlit still fails. There's actually, I feel like they made some really good changes to Starlit World. I feel like the hitbox changes alone will make it so much more chill, like at the start, because I feel like the hitboxes are super annoying. And we're probably giving people a lot of difficulty with like actually connecting their damage. Hammerhead, like Hammerheart still farms? Does it really? I honestly, like, you guys have to show me the maps where Hammerheart meta is failing. I really haven't seen that one be much of a problem, to be honest. I've seen the wheeled pre-event fail a couple of times, mostly when you show up late. Like, if you show up early, I think it's usually okay, but if you show up late, it could be problematic. When and why did you start streaming? That's a good question. So why did I do it? It's because I like the interactivity part of it. I made YouTube videos before I streamed, and I like replying to the comments and stuff and like having conversations with people. So streaming was like a very obvious next step. I just didn't know how to do it at the time. I was like, okay, like how do you do this exactly? Like how do you stream? Then obviously I figured it out eventually, and then started streaming. Kind of like towards the end of Core Guild Wars 2, going into HOT. Do you feel like the new metas are rewarding? The reward is 25 key charges, but key farming is a solo activity. Weird reward structure. Well, I think it's kind of interesting because, like, for me, it feels like the meta is... The metas, like, lose a lot of value if you don't care about the legendaries. Because, like, you get the 25 map currency, but if you don't care about the 25 map currency, I feel like it's, like, way less rewarding, right? New PvP meta, how weak are most old specs? I mean, everything's pretty out of whack right now. Like the new specs are pretty OP, for sure. So we'll have to we'll have to see how the balance patch affects it. But I think the PvP meta in general is, I mean, right now it's cooked, but I think they'll fix it. Efficient way to get dragon stat trinket? Probably just go for stat selectable. I'm not sure there's any way to specifically farm it. Where Ben P is? I don't know where, I don't know for sure, but I believe he's working at Undead Labs or Undead Studios or whatever it's called. But that may have actually changed now, obviously. It's been a while since I've checked in. Ecto's back down. Yeah, because I think people overestimated the mirror farm nerf. The mirror farm nerf is not actually that aggressive, to be honest. I think it changes the way you interact with it. Like, you probably don't, you know, just run around only collecting mirrors. That's probably not on the agenda at this stage. But, you know, yeah. Let's just see if we can, wait, let me see if we can find Ben P's LinkedIn. Should we go on LinkedIn, guys? Yeah, Undead Labs. Undead Labs is where it shows him being out right now. Oh! Oh, wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, wait, no, never mind, actually, no. Dude, Ben P is so fucking based. One of the most based game devs in all of history. Which feature or part of the game do you think ArenaNet did underutilize a ton? World versus World, I think, more than anything else. I really don't think ArenaNet realized what they had with World versus World when they made it. It was basically, like, it sounds a little bit silly and hyperbolic, but they basically fully abandoned World versus World after they ran the seasons, right? They did like 2 World versus World seasons and then fully abandoned the game mode. Which is like, okay, that is, that's something. Aeon 2, what are your thoughts? I'm not super interested, to be completely honest with you. Do you see this? What is this? Confirm footage. Wait, this is like the sailing grind. Confirm footage from Asian grinder girlfriend delivering food as he keeps fucking grinding. Wait, how much XP have they got right now? Actually, how close are they? Let me actually see. They need 13 million. Oh shit! Wait. Oh, dude, it's today, isn't it? It's today, guys. Oh wow, it's really close though. Look at this, guys. Asian Grinder versus Fast 07. Dude, are they both streaming? Oh, I guess they're not though. They probably want to hide their methods, but they're probably using the same method, no? That's actually crazy how close it is. Obviously, the leaderboard is weird, guys. It updates when people log out, so it could potentially be less close. Obviously, it's hard to say, but that is very exciting, actually. Do I play OSRS? No, I don't, but I follow the game because it has a cool community. So I'm like adjacent. I'm OSRS adjacent. You know, I'm aware of what's going on. Wow, that's really exciting. There's no way they sleep now, right? Nah, they don't. They don't sleep. Actually, wait. Ooh, let's see. I think I was watching some streams and people were getting what, like 180k XP per hour. Ooh. So they need 3 mil thereabouts. That will be a pretty big final push. I guess it depends when they woke up. If they just woke up kind of now, then yeah, you can do that, no sleep, no problem. But if they've already been playing for like 12 hours, that is actually quite a long time. I think it goes to 220k. Okay, so they're over 200k XP per hour then. So, okay, from now, theoretically, they could potentially be like 12 hours away then. That you don't sleep. Nah, that you can't sleep. No, you can't. You can't sleep. No, they have to actually go all in, no? To get to 99 first. Yeah, they have to. They can't sleep. Neither of them can sleep. Yeah. Guild Wars 600 is on sale. When are they usually off? It's usually around new releases a lot of the time. Imagine tomorrow you have a kid. Which video game would you put him or her into first? That's a great question. Dude, the thing is, Roblox would be such a good choice if it wasn't an absolute, like, hellhole. Because I really learned a lot and developed as a person and my skill set a lot. I learned how to program in Roblox. I think it's an amazing thing for like a developing brain to experience, but I don't think I can in good conscience, like, recommend it. Yeah, I would say stuff like Minecraft, I think. Like kind of creative games, like creative expression, like sandboxy games. I think that's like a really good place to start for gaming in general. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Minecraft is a good choice, I think. Roblox theoretically is, but it's just such a deformed version of what it used to be that it's hard to, well, I think it's even impossible to recommend it. PPT enjoy a teapot? And look, sometimes that's what you need. A little bit of PPT gaming, huh? I still need an Edge of the Mist objective. I'll get that tomorrow, maybe. Nah, I mean, look, I guess I got really lucky with Roblox. I was there at the right place at the right time. I was 100% in the right place at the right time. I was very early in Roblox, actually. My brother found Roblox, not me, funnily enough. He has a very old Roblox account, actually. Wait, I'll see if I can find his username and his user ID. Ah, yes. Yeah, he was 350,000th user. So very, very old, actually, back in the day. And I was like a couple of thousand after him. What a classic game, guys. What a game. But sadly, not what it once was. Hit different. It really did, yeah. It was honestly really magical. Like, it's I love games like that. Like, I spent so much time like making stuff in Little Big Planet and like figuring out how to make like different mechanisms and stuff. Same in Roblox, right? Like figuring out how like the Lewis scripting works, right? Like all the different components that you can use and like how you can build stuff, right? And like all the interactivity is like, it was really, really magical. It's very heartbreaking to me to see that the moderation is just handled in such an atrociously awful way that it's just not a safe place. It is really unfortunate because I feel like it used to be. I don't think it was like this when I played. Again, I was a kid, so you know, obviously, when you're a kid, you have a very mushy brain. You probably don't really know, so I can't say for certain. But I don't think it was like that, like when I was playing. It was obviously a lot smaller as well.
Find everything you need here.
But yeah, when I was playing, it was like back in 2008 even. Incredible. The luck from salvaging actors is pretty nice. Got to 200%. Yeah, it's actually, well, I'm not sure if this is true necessarily, but it's certainly a very fast way to max out your luck. And I think it's relatively inexpensive as well. I say relatively expensive. I think it's still going to cost you a fair bit. It depends on ecto and dust prices, obviously, but I think that's how on my main I maxed out my luck, was by buying and salvaging ectos, then selling the dust, buying more ectos, etc., etc., etc. Oh, that's actually very interesting. So, look, you guys can probably expect this, but... So, look, this... Maybe this is like some hints as to my origins, guys. But I had this item, right, in Roblox. Look at this, guys. The golden teapot of ponage. There was a bunch of different teapots you could get as well. I think there was like a pink one. Yeah, the pink one, I had this one as well. You actually, wait, it says that you can't get this anymore. That's actually very interesting. It's been purchased 1,000 times. Wow, there's actually not that many of these. How interesting. Yeah, but I have this. I have this on my Roblox account, guys. And I have this as well. Wait, there's other teapots, though. The fuck is this? The fuck is that? Teapot mech. I don't know about that. Zombie teapot. That's disgusting. I don't have that one. Yeah, this was after I wasn't really playing the game anymore. It's actually a shame. I do miss the game, actually. Roblox is cool. It is a shame that it's ended up the way it has. changing race in Guild Wars 2. I think that doesn't work technically for them because like you know, it's tied to your personal story, so I think it will be hard for them to implement that. What is Roblox? Roblox is like it's like online Lego, but you can also write code to do stuff. Specifically Lua, which is my first programming language. I learned how to program on Roblox, but unfortunately, it is a pit of degeneracy these days. Upgrading your production of items and stuff. Yeah, it's funny. Like one of the games that did rather well that I made was one of those. Lua is so bad. How dare you? How dare you disrespect Lua? Ah, yeah, I had this one as well. The tea kettle hat. Is that literally the Utah Teapot of Texas? It is, yeah. It is. I think I had a pretty, I think I had a couple of like pretty rare items actually. In the game. I need a gift, 2 gift of magic, 2 gift of might, and my legendary is made. Any sponsor donators? I mean, look, you could be in luck. Maybe you'll get some tournament prizes, Flo. With Team Sugar Crush. OMG, OMG, OMG. Bird rest. Why is it like? Are we saying that Magrest is also that bird at the same time? Is that what we're saying here? Is that really our statement? Also, I'm done with the stream. I'm raiding Fandral. Let's mix it up. I'm out, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You're a great streamer? Ha! Correct.